Why can't you studying well?
Wow, guess who's also trapped in the hot box again, Andy?
The hot box of Texas.
Yeah, who also doesn't have their AC on. Guess who's gonna go fucking delirious again, ranting and raving about miscellaneous things from the 80s. Give me one doodad second, making my link. So what are you doing, Andy?
Just playing. We got the divers major order done again, completed.
When do the reptilians show up? When do the scalies pop in?
I don't know, but I hope the next major order is automaton and mega cities.
That would be horrifying.
That would be awesome, yet scary. Yeah, the Terminator fucking Judgment Day.
I feel like I would die horrifically. We'll do
You,
that
f-
when
you feel like you're
if that happens. We'll do a stream for it.
awesome.
Because I also hear they're gonna add like another war bond pretty soon. They're
Well,
they're
I don't
working
know.
on
Pretty soon.
they're working on missile silos. I was seeing footage of that recently.
The SAM sites.
No, missile silos like a impromptu missile silo.
Okay.
I'd be share my screen, Andy. That way you can witness the heresy evacuating.
The Heresy.
The heresy.
I would maybe get darktide if it was on sale, but I also would want to get something a little different, like Ready or Not.
Yeah, I feel that. I played my first Warhammer game before, lost. Ah, dude, it's okay, Corbin. I've never played it at all. I'm too poor. I would only recommend you get the game anyway, Andy, if you got it on sale, because, like, as much as I enjoy
Right.
it, it's one of those ones where, like, unless you're really into it, I wouldn't, pay full price.
Exactly. It's another wave kind of shooter or horde shooter type. I have dozens of those already.
No, I would say that, like, if you liked Back for Blood, you'll probably like this, because it's fucking identical, but,
Is it more identical to Black for Blood or Left for Dead?
uh, Back for Blood was structured after Vermintide. So this is more
Mm,
like Back for Blood. Um, but I would say, like, if you like Back for Blood, you'll like this. I would also argue this is more Left for Dead than Back for Blood was in a weird way.
right.
Just as
John
a
Policeman.
let's see, feat of Joestas. The time between affected enemies' melee attacks is increased by 50%. Andy, a whole 50.
5 zeros. Number go up.
Number go up. Allies affected
Number
also
go
gain
up.
30% toughness reduction. Wow. Still
Number
waiting
go
for a sale
down.
on Space Marines 2. It's not gonna go down for a while, buddy. Space Marines 2 is gonna be at that price for at least another week. Wait until 4th of July.
Space Marines 2, it is on sale right now, but it's not as
He's
well
waiting
of the
for a
sale.
larger one. I think he's waiting for a bigger.
Right, okay, yeah, no, that's gonna be a while.
Because they're not. I think it's on the summer sale thing, but I don't think it'll get dropped again for what do you call it? The fucking 4th of July sale coming up. Which guns do I have? What the fuck? I would use a different handgun. I don't like this revolver, Andy. Here it is. Here's the one that you were talking about, that you were gushing over all day yesterday, Andy. Yeah, usually we have good sales right at the beginning of summer during what was it? Fucking 4th of July. And there's another sale comes right after 4th of July, right, Andy? Like the Father's Day sale or something like that. They usually have pretty good deals. Why do you go where I can't follow? But yeah, like I'm pretty sure there should be a sale after that too. So if it's not dropped down enough for that, like right around the time, like the end of July, like the going back to school sale should be pretty substantial. It's about to be getting into spooky season, so I'm gonna be looking into some horror games to stream soon too. as well as doing a couple Red Dead streams. Hold on. I think Andy's muted themselves by accident. Hold on. No, Andy's not smooted. Okay. All bots. All bots. Wait 5 minutes, they'll beat all our BDs. I'm actually pretty scared because my boss fired 10 people today. Fuck, man. Where do you work again? Are you like in a restaurant job? Or something like that? Something similar? Because the question is, like, are they fired or were they laid off? Because there's a difference. Yep, all our BDs. All our BDs. Called it. Usually I don't fire too many people at once in your job usually. Not unless things are really bad and it's kind of like wrapped up in whoever's in charge. No customer service at night. What the fuck, really? Customer service at night hours. Yeah, I don't see how they would fire that many people unless there was some bad shit going on. The only time I've ever seen that many people get fired from a job was when there was, like, severe, like, safety problems. Like, when I worked at the state school, that was usually because there was some kind of fuckery happening that wasn't supposed to be happening, and it was happening, like, throughout all the levels of power in the home that it was happening in. Oh, man, oh, my God. Where are everybody else? The only time besides that was when I worked fast food, where we had to fire like everybody that was in our sister location because they for some reason got a wild hair up their ass and threatened to kill the manager, and I had to fire everybody for that. Yeah, I don't see why they would do all that unless they're trying to restructure or something. Oh, fuck. I can't see a thing. Reload just rover, dude. Not a big fan of this riot shield and revolver combo, I'm gonna be real. Love the revolver. I want a revolver like that for my character. Wish there were more revolver choices. But I don't want to be... Yeah, dude, that's understandable. Like, don't let it freak you out too much. Usually, because you're also still new to your job. Usually these kinds of jobs have, like, a 6-month probationary period. So they'll let you know, like, what you're doing if you're on thin ice or something. You'll be fine. And if not, you know, fucking take their ass to Glassdoor. That's all I'll tell you. I wouldn't worry about it too much. Just keep your head down, do what you can for your job, and you know, so long as you're doing what you're supposed to be doing, you'll be fine. My recommendation for you that always got me through was make yourself useful, but not too useful. Get job security, and then you can kind of have some level of safety. And then once you have that, then you can decide if it's worthwhile to stick with it and, you know, try to work your way through the ranks. Just kind of find a level of comfort. But pay very close attention how they're treating everybody that's getting fired, how they're talking about them after the fact. Pay very close attention to that. You should never, ever, ever have, like, staunch loyalty for your job. Not unless it's something that you aim to make a career out of. I'm speaking from pure experience, man. I was that dumb fuck kid working at a dead-end fast food job in my town, and the owner's like, oh yeah, no, like, we know it's a dead-end job, but we're not going to tell you that, you dumbass 17-year-old. And that got me stuck in a job that I fucking hated. for like years. This is before I went through like my huge punk phase, and I kind of realized that the system kind of sucks and is bullshit.
I've seen how he looks at me, like something stuck to his vambrace after a messy judgment. I am sorry you feel this way.
Oh, bad,
Your
oh, bad.
record speaks for itself.
I hear bad noises. Oh, where the fuck are they? There they are. I love how much damage this revolver does, but man, does it take forever to reload. Oh, hold on. I need to... I got some sweat in my brain, in my eyes. To be honest, I just want to open my own auto shop. Yeah, I mean, work towards that, man. Like, you gotta, like, take active steps towards that. That's something you want. But, like, don't commit yourself so much to a job that's not going to benefit that end. You know, beyond the point of, like, you doing what you want. You know what I mean? Like, when I was a voice actor, I put way too much time in my fast food job, and, I suffered because of it. Hey, Andy.
Hello.
How's it going? Welcome back.
Burning.
Yeah, I was giving life advice. Also, if you're not doing it already, put at least 10% into taxes. That way you don't get fucked on your taxes like I did every year working for the state. Because the state, for whatever fucking reason, wants to put only 7% and not 10%, and you'll miss out on your taxes that way. Anything you want to add, Andy?
I got back from the bathroom, so I have no idea what you're talking about.
Oh, gotcha. What do you think about Pippa, the fucking
YouTuber?
bunny VTuber? Yeah.
Funny schizo.
Funny. Actually confirmed schizophrenic too.
Epic.
Wow, premium schizoaffective disorder.
Wow, I can watch this
Wow.
like a scientific study of the subject.
I love reading about Pippa and like the various stuff that they may eventually be like. One of these days, Pippa's gonna get picked up by the FBI, and we're all gonna know exactly why. That's my favorite part about Pippa.
Pippa.
She's like a digital
Pippa.
Ted Kaczynski.
Except she also does shit that Ted Kaczynski would hate her for because she does VTubing.
Yeah, but I feel like he would give like a little side-eyed smirk because she's using her platform for evil.
I remember a Twitter post where someone said like Ted Kaczynski isn't as locked up, blah blah blah. So like he could have, if there's a possibility that Ted Kaczynski watched the Despicable Me.
Oh yeah, because he was still close by to like civilization. He kept up with things.
That actually is a good question. Like, did he change his mind or is he still sticking to it?
How come? Like why? What did he do that was so wrong again? I lost two viewers because of that. Oh man. Who's your favorite controversial figure?
Controversial figure?
Yeah. Ted Kaczynski's up there. Michael from Vsauce is read his book and all that stuff and talked about him. I think the Killdozer guy is interesting.
Oh yeah, true. I like how he essentially locked himself in like a dreadnought.
Yeah, dude. The machine spirit was angry. The thing is, like, what was it that caused the fucking Killdozer guy to kind of lose his shit again? It was something to do with like a land dispute, right?
Yeah, it was a dispute, and like, I think it was because like they tried to force him to sell like land or something to make way for a company's something infrastructure plan.
it had something to do with like he had like some septic tank or some shit that was there before he bought the land, and supposedly there was some technicality about it being there that disqualified him from getting like some kind of lease or something, because that was like tied into that. I don't remember exactly, but that's part of the like he basically ended up in this weird situation where he's like, I can't like pay this amount of money to get this thing removed so that you guys don't end up doing XYZ thing, and they didn't care. They just made it more difficult for him not to do that, I think.
I looked up a summary generated, and it says that blah blah. After losing a zoning dispute with town officials and neighbors over land near his shop.
Yeah, that'll do it. Shout out to the Killdozer guy. Probably go to therapy next time, buddy. Zoning laws are fucking bullshit anyway, I'll be real. Especially in small towns like where he was at.
Just click Colorado, it said.
Colorado.
Colorado.
Colorado. I'm from Arizona.
I'm from Arizona.
That fucking quote haunts my brain, and I'll just say it randomly, and people have no idea what the fuck I'm talking about whenever I do. I did that on the. I did that on the 7 Days stream, and my buddy Storm didn't know what the fuck I was talking about. I'm from Arizona.
I'm from Arizona.
No, my Führer. I wield the space the space laser.
That was a one-off too, because people didn't realize until later. It had to be like mentioned.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably like blink and you miss it.
Right. And also, that was taken on a Venus spaceship, by the way.
So it would have to be like some fucking gajillionaire's son. Why not Ronald Reagan?
Space laser.
Who's your favorite president?
Policy-wise, or as a person or character?
Oh, just like in general, like, just give me like a, off the top of your head, gun to your head, you gotta choose right now.
No, Teddy Roosevelt. Oh,
Teddy Roosevelt? He's pretty sick. I fucking love Teddy Roosevelt. That motherfucker would have put us into World War I the moment he found out about the concept. If you would have taken him into like, if he were like a fucking fate, stay-night, heroic spirit, he would definitely be in some Japanese kid's fucking like bedroom watching the Gulf War on TV, pointing at the screen going, let's go do that!
Let's go do that.
Let's go do that. That's what Skandar did.
What do you mean you failed? We can do it again!
Do it again! What do you mean they're trying to burn down the the fucking national forest?
What do you mean you failed?
Man,
Go again!
If Teddy Roosevelt found out about that lady that burnt down that fucking, the oldest tree in
California.
America, yeah, in California, because she was smoking meth, he would go out of his way to scalp her for real.
You see an eye's glow coming from his glasses.
Yo, do you have any relationship advice? My girlfriend is being really cuddly than usual and flirting more. I don't know why. Didn't do anything. I mean, I take the affection, bro. I take the affection, but is there a reason why you feel worried about that, bro? Like, is there like just kind of stuff going on, or
you're just being a man and too busy, always stone-faced, always stoic.
Fucking Reddit Maui head, Easter Island head.
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't necessarily be super worried about it unless there were like things that were said recently, or you have reason to believe that things are going poorly. Because I would take that as like a positive thing in a relationship, being more cuddly than usual. Maybe she's just extra comfortable with you. But then again, like, I'm used to dating people who are also, like, ADHD like I am, so not come to hyperfixate and stuff on each other. I just don't always have the time, and I'm afraid of messing things up. Don't worry about that, bro. Open communication is key with that kind of stuff. Like, the best I could really tell you is just kind of enjoy it in the moment, and, you know, just try to communicate with your girlfriend about, you know, how you're feeling about stuff. Because every guy goes through that too, of like I'm worried about fucking this thing up I have with this girl that's like really, you know, a good thing. Just don't get like in your head about it. You know what I mean? Like,
roll with it.
Like, don't, yeah, roll with it. Roll with the punches. Like, if you keep looking at it and going, there's got to be like, you know, I just don't want to fuck this up. I gotta keep an eye on it. Guess what? You are gonna overthink it, and you are gonna possibly, you know, believe there might be something going on that's not actually going on, right? When I was like 17, I had my first girlfriend, and things almost got broken up with me and her, like the first time, because I was terrified of fucking it up, and because of that, I kind of clung a little bit harder than I probably should have, and was really jealous and shit. And I don't know. When you tend to do that kind of stuff, you're more likely to focus on all the negatives on top of all the positives. So, like, just try to roll with it, man. Take a breath.
But not you, I notice. You are efficient.
Oh, which one of these buttons, Andy?
All of them!
All of them? I'm fucking smash them all. Are we supposed to hit them all, like, simultaneously or some shit? What is happening?
Oh wait, oh it's like there's a thing at the distance you gotta move around probably.
Whack-a-mole. Oh, yeah. My fucking dumbass just hit every button.
See, look, you gotta move it.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah. Yeah, just take a breath, man. Like I have been in many a situationship, and just kind of take your time with it. Don't rush things. You know, don't get frustrated if things go slow. What was the point of this fucking puzzle?
Well, to move it to, I think to be able to jump.
Hold on.
No, not that way.
The buttons don't work no more. We got too much Cheeto dust in them. What the fuck? What the fuck? Bad dog! Bad dog! What's the best relationship advice you've ever gotten, Andy?
None. Not much, really.
Oh yeah, don't get your dating advice from TikTok, by the way.
I
Worst
don't use
worst
Tik-
possible place.
I don't get it from internet in general.
I'm gonna. This is my advice to Corbin, but like dating advice from TikTok is the worst because you're getting it from echo chambers, from both men and women. Men don't know what they want. Women don't know what they want, and most people who are giving that advice are not people who really maintain healthy relationships to begin with. So don't fuck with that kind of shit, like, at all. Only listen to Baskerville, especially when they tell you to give them your all the funny numbers on your card.
Wow.
Many riches will fall upon you, believe me. Nothing wrong, right, Andy? Right, Andy? Right, Andy? Watch me get fucking banned off YouTube for making that joke. But yeah, like, take everything in stride. That's all I can really tell you. Nobody really gives 100% perfect advice. If shit works out, great. If it don't, you know, at least you didn't die. And I'm not crazy. Tomorrow is Thursday, right?
Yes.
Okay, so I won't be streaming tomorrow. I took that nap after I gave my plasma today, and I've just been, like, kind of out of it. Oh my god. There's a lot of orange here. Ow! Why is there so much orange? There's too much orange here, Andy. It's blanketing my retinas.
Too much oranging.
Oranging. Gorangutang. Why is this the way you hold the fucking shield when you're ADSing with your revolver? I feel like that's wrong.
Well, it's not really a right way to hold a shield and pistol the right way unless it has an actual slot to put your pistol through.
Yeah, but I can find a better way of doing it, because this looks like it would hurt your arm more than anything else.
It's already hurting your. It would hurt your fucking wrist shooting that cannon one-handed.
Yeah. But, nobody in Warhammer is a pussy, so they can handle it.
Exactly.
Miss D&D with my coworkers. That's all good, man. They'll understand. Nobody makes every D&D, like, appointment. I helped write for a bunch of D&D shit back in the day, and like the amount of fucking people who were getting paid to be on the fucking thing, it just never fucking popped onto the fucking stream. Blow your mind. Part of me really wants to get into D&D, but I also don't like D&D that much. Oh my god. Stop being alive! Oh. I don't even know what's happening in this area anymore.
The what?
The rot. The fog is coming, Andy.
The smog.
The smog.
Smoggers.
The smoggers!
Smoggers.
Smoggers! Oh, they're shooting me, Andy. Tell them to stop. Make them quit.
No, just say no. They legally cannot strike you.
Even though I have night shit. Well, that's on them, man. Like, don't worry about that, Corbin. Like, a lot of that stuff is like understanding your work scouts. If they don't get that, that's on them. I remember I used to have like writing sessions immediately after I got off work, and my co-writer would get fucking angry with me if I was like a minute late. Not realizing that I worked fucking night shift, and I would like literally just popped off a 10-hour shift to be on call with them to write for like 4 hours. Every single one of these motherfuckers was a cop, Andy.
Oh, I didn't realize because I thought all like the icon would still have their helmet and visor.
Nah, it does the what do you call it? The fucking Baldur's Gate thing where it has like whatever character
Armor.
you made. Yeah, they use like that as
the
a portrait.
profile.
Yeah.
Right, yeah. I didn't think they did that.
I mean, it's cool, but it's like, can the game please do a better job making sure I'm not matched with people of the same class? Could you imagine we were all fucking psychers? 4 fucking nerds getting crumpled like fucking tissue paper.
All empaths.
Actually, I'm an empath, and I can tell they're upset when they're shooting at me. Is there anything more obnoxious than somebody who's like flaunts and like brags about being a fucking empath?
I never hear people even being an empath. It's like a pocket of people that people just made fun of and then move on.
I saw that a lot whenever I was in voice acting. Everybody was an empath, and it's like, no, girly, you have empathy. You have a human reaction to knowing other people. You need therapy. This one. Not a big fan of the shotgun shield combination. I'm gonna go buy a Shredder auto pistol.
Wait, go back. What are the guns?
Oh, the guns. You have.
No, I just want to see one of them. I saw one.
Infantry.
Vigilant autogun. Is that just braced autogun? That looks like an AK.
Yeah. So there's like 3. There's infantry, autogun, vigilant, and braced. Let me go get like one of each. I can go into the meat grinder to show you the difference, because I'm like it's kind of like how in fucking Dead Island you'd have the assault rifles and like the snipers and shit like that. They were semi-automatic. Okay, vigilant, and then infantry, and then braced. And we're gonna go to Stephanie into the meat grinder.
The simulation.
I started playing Warhammer games because I love the chain axe. The chain axe is fucking rad as shit.
What am I to do with you, specimen?
meat grinder. Seth, please don't call me a specimen. This is mean.
Yeah, don't call him that. Only I can.
Yeah, only Andy can. And that's because Andy pays me. Right, Andy?
And doubloons.
Wait. And Andy Wacky Bucks. This is a vigilant. There's like 3 variants for every one of these major guns, so you can't really change them out until you unlock them, like the marks for this. So like, you got the Calmness, you got the Graia, and you have the Agrippina. The idea is they're being manufactured in different planets. So they have different doctrine that kind of for like the handful of regiments that make them. Right. Take it easy, Corbin. Thanks for hanging out, man. So like, Calmness, I want to say, is more so about like being precise and doing more damage. This one is like, I don't fucking know. But they have different variants. So like the Vigilant is more like semi-automatic to like burst fire. I don't like it so much. Then you have.
I love how aggressive the reload is, though.
You kind of have to be. I mean, the guns get angry at you.
Get angry requires a spirit.
This is the infantry auto gun. It's the best at all of them. I have like this specific variant is my favorite because it's a hallway gun. Look at that. Don't even have to aim.
What like sub-faction of the fucking Imperium even uses those non-laser weapons or big?
So the las guns are everywhere.
I know that. I mean, like bullet guns, not las guns.
No, I mean all of them do. It depends on the regiment you're in. Like we're with the what is it, the Mobian 6th or Mobian 31st or something like that. So like these are all the guns they have in the the Mobius sectors. I don't think they made any guns specifically for this game, so.
No, I'm saying like in the general lore, not in the game.
Oh, I mean, foot soldiers. I think las guns are considered to be more like a Mobius military thing, like a militarum thing, whereas like we're getting auto guns and like ballistics because they kind of those are seen as like more primitive in the Imperium, to my knowledge. So like we're getting them because we're seen as expendable.
Hand-me-downs.
More or less. Because like they don't give las guns, for example, to Ogrins. They give them like repurposed like scrap metal launchers and shit. I'm not a big fan of the braced auto guns, but I know people fucking love them. Look at that. Ain't doing shit.
Wait, what's the ADS?
The ADS is you're bracing it. They don't really call it ADSing. So you're like bracing it against your hip. Yeah. Like these are great guns if you're playing as like a psyker, a fucking pussy thinker. You know what I mean? You think too fucking hard. You gotta aim with your fucking hips because you're too weak to look up to your fucking shoulder. Anywho, I don't have a problem. I don't have any problems whatsoever.
Wait.
Yeah, what's up? What's up, Andy? What's up? What is it? This one?
Yeah.
This is the Shredder Auto Pistol. I don't know if I like this thing or not. It's the closest thing to a submachine gun this game really has. Maybe not an Uzi. Like, I think it reminds me a lot of, like...
It looks like, it reminds me of, like, a... You know how rappers essentially cut down their rifle to nothing but a buffer tube and shit?
Oh, are you talking about, like, the AR pistols?
Yeah, it kind of reminds me of that, in a way.
You know what it really reminds me of? It reminds me of a Tech 9, a gun that, you know...
You're right.
Yeah, it reminds me a lot like a Tech 9, mixed with, like, a Mac 10. Because, like, you look at the magazine well, especially, it looks like a Mac 10. Or not a Mac 10, but the Tech 9. A gun that for a while there, I don't know how they were able to fucking sell them, because it was so easy to fucking modify. This thing looks like a fucking toy, though.
Yeah. Let's sort that out.
I like how they have. I like how they use the. They have iron sights, but like your character just goes like, I'm not even fucking bothered.
That's like a tack stance. That's the point shooting essentially.
Really? Is that a real thing?
Yeah, point shooting. Like literally, like the general gist of point shooting is like, if you're in CQC environments and you can't aim as quick, all you do is just point enough to get an idea of to hit your target.
Gotcha. Well, I guess that kind of makes sense for like Tertium, where like everything is like kind of jam packed in close quarters anyway.
Well, right, yeah.
The Crusher. Oh, yo, hey, dude, the Crusher.
The Crusher.
The Crusher.
Assault. The chain sword. Oh my god.
The chain sword.
Chain sword.
Chain sword. Shock ball and suppression shield. Boo, 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 boo. Anyway, this is my dog. This is Scruff McGruff.
Scruff McGruffin.
And you can pet him. Come here. Come here. Stop fucking wandering away from me. You little fucker, get over here.
And it came crawling back to you.
It knows where it belongs.
It knows where it belongs.
Man, I love the idea of the Cybermasters, but I'm really sad that they're missing their back legs. Makes me really upset. Let's go and do some missions, Andy. We'll do some missions.
Yep, I'll be your little shoulder angel.
You'll be my little angel and my devil.
Engel and Deville.
Devil. I was watching my anime and I told my GF that I would be her Engel and Devil. Isn't
And
Mirrors
she said,
like my
what
game?
the hell?
She said, what in the fuck?
I'm like...
Oh god! Oh, we have a veteran. We have one character that's not a fucking cop.
Bro, I love that fucking sword. That's just a big Bowie knife, a big messer.
That's the heavy sword.
It's awesome.
It's really cool, man. I mean, it is just a messer.
Just a messer, but also in the style of a Bowie knife, the way the edge is.
Yeah, well, those are edgy, whatever. Fuck. Got to get fucking murdered, you fucking policemen.
I love how he kind of looks like a Warhammer Punisher, this guy.
Yeah, he looks like somebody's OC. They made him when they're like 14 years old.
Yep.
Like how everybody here like is just kind of chill. They're like, so what's your like out there and touch him? It's fucking bad, mate. Oh, it's one fucking. I would hate to live in a place like this. This would freak me out. Every day.
High city?
Yeah, I hate that. Look how up it is. Very,
oh, verticality.
Very big up. Nope, tear it down. Put it to earth.
Put it to earth. Big parking lot.
Big parking lot. Have you seen those fucking people on Reddit? They'll see like a beautiful fucking picture of like a field, and like, oh man, so much wasted space. You can put like 3 Walmarts out there. Look at that. Tech 9 the rapper would be so proud.
Is that doing little damage?
It's supposed to be like a hallway gun. It's not meant to be like a big super duper damage. It's to clear chaff.
No, I know, but even then, I'm not seeing like enough consistent damage given the health bar of the enemy.
Yeah, well, it's also you gotta remember, like, even in real life, submachine guns are not meant to have like a massive amount of range. The effective range for most submachine guns, I think, is like what, like 50 meters at most, if you're lucky. Like reaching over there, that's about as far as I would expect a submachine gun to get. Over those, from where I'm standing to those sandbags. And this is not even literally a submachine gun, it's like an auto pistol.
Wasn't that like a lower level auto pistol?
Yeah, but the game doesn't scale that way. Like, the enemies will be, how should I put this? The fuck. The difficulty scaling does not go like in the same way as a lot of RPGs. It's not number go up necessarily. Like it's more so number of enemies, and certain boss enemies will have like more armor.
Okay.
It's similar to like Back 4 Blood, where you'll see more enemy variants that'll have like armor and like carapace and shit like that.
Or it Helldivers-ish, just not health scale, just number scale of enemy.
Yeah, like if I were on a higher difficulty, we wouldn't have like the downtime where there's like no enemies on screen. There would be like, I would be reloading every 3 seconds because there would be like a wave every 3 seconds. Oh my god, get him, Scruff McGruff!
This is what the average encounter of the New York Metro of all the homeless people.
Man, I've only had like one bad experience in a city at night. Well, I can't say that. I actually had multiple because I was stuck in San Antonio in a fucking murder motel. But when I was in LA, I got lost in Hollywood at dusk, which is not the place you want to be in like LA at night.
It's like Dead Island 2 IRL.
I'm on the fucking PvP server all of a sudden. I just remember like fucking Google Maps is freaking the fuck out there, right? Because all the mountains, and it kept like I guess there was like I don't remember if it was a Carl's Jr. or what I was looking for. It was like some California specific burger place, like the California equivalent of like Whataburger, right? Is what I was looking for. And I went on a solo expedition into Hollywood at like 5 p.m. in the middle of July, right? And apparently the place I was looking for got shut down like 2 years prior, but they never updated the Google Maps, so it just kept like leading me in a circle. And I was talking, like, of course, everybody at 5 p.m. in fucking Hollywood wasn't actually a local either. Like, I looked at some people, like there was like a Korean family that was there, and I was like, oh, maybe they're from here. And I asked them, like, are you from here? Like, no, dude, we're from fucking Seoul. And I was like, ah, shit. We're all fucking lost. They were also looking for, like, a place to eat. My phone was about to die. And as soon as my phone died, the sun went down. And,
Dying light.
I managed to get out of there, like, not long after. But, like, I remember, like, the one local I was actually able to talk to. For context, I'd been playing Red Dead Redemption at the time, and I had that problem where I pick up accents super well without noticing it. And I guess, like, my accent was showing when I was talking to some of the locals when I was asking for directions. So I walked up to some dude and I was like, hey man, I'm looking for, like, the Carl's Jr. Do you know where it's at? And it was like, I guess I had, like, the twang in my accent. And, like, he immediately was like, oh, howdy there, partner! And then he told me to go fuck myself and just kept walking. Oh, I forgot I have the little flashlight. I could blind my friends.
You can flash your friends.
That is like the only thing I liked about Phasmophobia is that you can hear everybody using their flashlight in that game. It's like you and your friends can just like bully one person by just like walking up behind them and just like clicking the fucking flashlight next to their fucking character's ear.
Dead by Daylight.
Fucking hate Dead by Daylight. Well, man, I'll play Dead by Daylight if I get like fucked up drunk playing it.
Get high and get a good scare.
I can't get high. I'm on medication. Greg Abbott will sneak into my home and slit my throat like a fucking not H.G. Wells, H.P. Lovecraft wizard. You know what I'm talking about? The H.P. Lovecraft wizard?
No.
One of the H.P. Lovecraft stories that he wrote, apparently there was a story that he wrote where this wizard like cursed this family to kill all their like the eldest sons in this family when they turned 21, and then like it happened for like 2 generations, and it turned out that like there was no curse. It was just that on the 21st birthday of these people's like lives, he would sneak into their house at night and fucking kill them with a gun. No, that's what I mean. Yeah, H.P. Lovecraft is so scary until you realize the man was just a fucking blithering idiot. Like, the man made a whole point about, like, the city of Relay being, this incomprehensible nightmare land because it's made of, like, non-Euclidean geometry. The human mind can't comprehend it. You know what non-Euclidean geometry?
Describe it.
Do you know what non-Euclidean geometry is?
No.
It's any geometry that is built upon a curved like space. So if you draw like a rectangle that's on a circle, right? And it's all along that curve, that is non-Euclidean geometry. All geometry on Earth is non-Euclidean. Do you see what I'm talking about?
I suppose, yeah.
There was a whole story that he made about like some dude who like kept his house like uncomfortably cold for everybody, right? And he like the whole story revolves around this guy like freaking the fuck out because like I guess his house started getting too hot during a heat wave, and they come to find out that he just had like a bunch of ice in his house, and he was like a embalmed corpse that was being preserved by being cold all the time. And it was all because like he had gone to the World Fair and heard about the new concept of like localized AC, like air conditioning, and he was like, "That's terrifying. I don't like that. I don't trust that." It's been a fucking
Get it out of here.
get it out of here. I hate it. H.P. Lovecraft was dumb as shit, man. Oh man, he was also obsessed with being like a new age American oligarch. Like, he saw himself as, like, the Duke of New York or some shit. Something really fucking weird.
The Duke of New York.
Duke of New York. We all know that's Boxy Brown. Oh, man. Oh, man, oh, man. Where is it? It's telling me to go in this direction, Andy. Andy, if there was a horror game that I could get for, like, ooky spooky time that you'd watch, what game would it be?
Outlast?
I might have Outlast. I think I got it free one year. I'll look.
It was plus, at least, a few of them.
I know for a fact I have, like, the Amnesia series. Kill him, kill him, kill him, kill him! Andy, since you're the voice in my head, can you tell me some, like, crazy factoids about the universe I don't know about? To inject my life with fear?
The possibility of habitable planets that may be too far away.
That kind of makes me more sad. I want to have like cool like Star Ocean adventures, but we'll never get there.
Some kind of story.
I want to hang out with like the Eldians or the Eldarians in Star Ocean. They're just like elves, both weird shaped ears.
Okay.
I'm upset because I'll never have that.
You knife ear lover. Yeah, that's right.
I love the idea of the voice in my head going, yeah, that's right, fucking cry, you little bitch.
Yeah, cry. He only gets down from here, and I'm on the back seat.
I have to sit with you the entire fucking time, so cry, little bitch. I'll be crying too.
Cry too. Make this interesting, huh?
Oh man. I wish that like Star Ocean wasn't quite such a weird franchise, otherwise I'd stream it. Because like I don't think anybody really likes Star Ocean besides me. Possibly Gonzo. Ooh, Blammo? Like, I like Star Ocean 3, because that had, like, fucking, the voice of Kakashi, what's his name, fucking David Attenborough? Or, no, David Wittenberg. They have him in there, and he gives, like, this tough guy voice like this, and he's talking to fucking, what's her name, fucking Wendy Lee, the voice of Faye Valentine, and she's just playing Wendy Lee. Like the entire time. It's great.
You know who else voiced a JoJo character?
Who?
Tomar.
Tomar? Yeah, that's right. Who'd he play again?
I forgot, but I know he did. Avar told me.
Tomar played a bunch of stuff on like Newgrounds. Oh, he was the announcer for what was that fighting game? Damn it. Had all the anime girls fighting game. They have that one dude that is just he plays a saxophone. The fuck is it called?
No.
Encore or whatever. One of the games is called. Damn it, it's gonna bother me. I was thinking about it recently.
My dumbass thought. I initially, for some reason, thought of Dead or Alive.
No, not Dead or Alive, although that would be fucking hilarious. God damn it, it's like a 2D fighting game. And like, you would know it if you saw it immediately.
You can probably search up Tomar's IMDb and you can probably find it. Tomar, what is your casting, whatever? IMDb?
I had an IMDb for a very short while that had nothing on it. I don't know if it's still up anymore. I had I think one film on my IMDb that was actually on there, and I think everything else just either never got put on there or got taken down. Oh my god. I miss behind the voice actors, man. I wish they never took that shit down. Fuck you, Buford. You fucking shill. So fucking mad about that.
I mean, there's a channel that posts shorts of fuck, was it? Fuck, look it up. Fuck.
Where's the bad man here? Uh-oh. Stinky beauty, stinky beauty. Dude, I would shit myself if I just heard a bunch of screams charging at me from the distance. Plasteel! Yummy tasty plasteel! Give me that! But yeah, do people even know about behind the voice actors, Andy?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, so that's just a voice acting thing then. Essentially, behind the voice actors was an IMDb, but for voice actors, exclusively. And you could also put casting calls up on there. It wasn't very good, but it was better than castingcall.club, and then I think Buford had a hand in fucking shutting it down because he's a piece of shit and I fucking hate him.
I mean, there's a YouTube channel called Voice Actors Who Are Everywhere, and they're just a little shorts compilation of voice actors you've definitely heard in animation or whatever.
Oh yeah, dude, VAs get around. I think it's crazy how many people complain about Funimation voice actors being everywhere, but it's they're not really everywhere. You're just watching anime by Funimation. Yuri Lowenthal's everywhere because Yuri Lowenthal does voice work for whoever throws enough quarters at him. If you were to throw enough quarters at Yuri Lowenthal, he would probably do voice work for you.
Yeah, no, because he'll do a top high regard role, a Helldiver voice, and then I look back through IMDb, and he voiced some it was a one-off. It was a Shadow Company goon in the Model for 2 reboot. He voiced one of the fucking guys in the flashback mission.
He was also an uncredited voice in Modern Warfare 3.
Yeah, that sounds right. What, the old OG?
I have a lot of respect for Yuri Lowenthal because Yuri Lowenthal is not Yuri Lowenthal doesn't have a specific niche necessarily. He just likes voice acting. He has a genuine love for it, and I've always had a lot of respect for that. And he's not up his ass in the slightest. Christian Freeman. But with him specifically, you'll hear him in a main character role, and then the next day you'll find out oh, he was a background character in a Danganronpa game or some shit. Uncredited.
Pretty
And
much.
You'll never hear about it because he doesn't brag about anything.
And he's an OG VA, right? I won't say OG, but
I wouldn't say OG, but he was definitely a second new wave generation.
Right.
If I would consider people like Steve Bloom and Crispin Freeman to be like the first generation of like the online presence of anime. I would say that he was like the second generation of that, like, because he I think like the earliest I could think of that he was doing voice work for was like for Naruto, I think, from my memory. And by that time, like, a lot of the old heads had already been established. You know, like Christopher Sabat and Steve Bloom, Wendy Lee, Christina Lee. I used to know all this shit way back in the day. Until the brain damage. RPDs. Worms. But yeah, man. God, I keep finding the urge of getting back into voice acting, but I know exactly how it's gonna fucking end if I do that, you know? I'm just gonna end up fucking crashing out again. Ooh, got a little bit of paint on your little dog.
Little doggy.
Little dog. Like, I love voice acting. For a long time, that was like my major, like, focus. But it's like, there's just too much bullshit to wade through. Like, I have to fight the urge now because, like, I see casting calls occasionally go through my feed. And it's all, like, extremely fake shit on TikTok. And there's, like, always somebody who's like, wow, I always want to be a voice actor. Maybe this is my chance. And I was like, don't do it, old German boy. Don't go in there.
Me going to have blood smoking.
It's going to be voice acting! Haha! But yeah, like, I don't know. Like, I really want to do, like, voice acting shit again, because I miss writing and making projects, but my god, the community fucking sucks! It's mostly because, like, right now on TikTok, one of my buddies, Dami, she's been kicking ass, taking names, getting cast in visual novels and shit. And there was one that she got cast in recently that's like a big visual novel. And like I was like, oh man, I remember when I used to do those. And I was like, fuck, I want to fucking voice act again. Shit. I need to get my fucking room set up better for that though. I don't know. Maybe once we do like more stream stuff, we'll figure something out. Because I know we talked about doing like a fucked up clan ad playthrough.
I trust the manufactorum remains offline.
Oh my god.
Infested with demonic matter it is. Purged it must be.
I've also been thinking about doing Warhammer content for like voice work. What do you think, Andy? I have the content book. I have the funny book.
Maybe.
Baby?
You have to give a short example of the voice work or what you do of said Warhammer.
My name is John Woodhammer. In the 435th millennium, they gave me a funny little Beretta M92S and gave me a target.
Gave me a target and I fired, but I missed.
And I missed. And I fired, but I missed.
But I missed again. And I fired and I hit the neighbor's dog and I missed.
Oh,
and
no.
hit the neighbor instead.
Oh, and I accidentally hit JFK. But it's okay. In Warhammer lore, they were trying to assassinate the God Emperor.
God Emperor.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, feed me more psychers.
I fucking love psychers.
Feed me more psychers. I need more.
I fucking love psychers. I feel like if there was a president that was the God Emperor in disguise, who would it be, Andy? And why would it be JFK?
Why would it be Nixon?
My god, it would be Nixon, wouldn't it?
I
need the suckers! Give me the suckers! I'm not a cook! Ah! Fucking Nixon's one of my favorite presidents to read about, because like everything you read about him doesn't feel real.
I think one of the things that Nixon did was like, he didn't get laid until later on, because it was like a gentleman thing to do or whatever.
What the fuck does that mean?
Look it up, hold on.
Fucking look it up, he says. Don't fuck, it's a gentleman thing to do. Do you think
Why?
Nixon would like Hatsune Miku? I feel like he would.
Would you think Teddy Roosevelt would like Hatsune Miku?
I fucking I love Hatsune Miku.
Oh, wait. Maybe you are not the Antichrist.
What do you mean, Tenno exists? Oh man, I can't wait until I can play Darktide and it's not just fucking police officers. Like we had that one game where we had like a veteran and that was great, but like now like as soon as there's like a special enemy, it gets ripped apart by dogs. That's fine and all, but like my dog's hungry. And you can't get fed if all the other dogs are getting food. But yeah, I feel like JFK would be Nixon though. He would fake.
What?
Yeah, I feel like he would fake his death to like get like the chaos cultist office. Yeah.
He animorphed into like that.
Just like a fucking pigeon flies away. You can't find me now.
Yeah, I can't follow me now.
Try hitting this, you fucking
I
chaos
keep
marine
doing an
piece of
Aussie
shit.
voice. I keep doing Aussie voice.
Straight, you fucking cunt, yeah!
Hey, I'm fucking going, yeah.
Yeah! I feel like my fucking poor mother watching fucking British TV and thinking they're Australians and vice versa. I told you about that on like last stream we did, right? Where like my mom for like 6 weeks watched this like Australian show of these people like fixing up kangaroos and like emus and shit. My mom's like, these are all British people. They're in Britain.
Yes, mommy.
Yes, mummy.
Yes, mommy.
Oh man, it's like my mom would watch like the same 3 configurations of shows, and like there was one point my mom for a short while she kept finding like certain shows always have like the same recycled like genre and like story structure of like a bunch of people go on a boat or a plane and the boat and the plane disappear, but when it comes back and they all have powers afterwards, right? My mom for a little while watched shows like that, and like the way my mom described it was like every time she'd watch one of these shows, it was like was being broached with the concept for the first time every time. It was fascinating. Like she's like, I've never seen a show like this. These guys, they all go on a plane and the plane disappears, but when it comes back, they have powers. And I'm like, wow, that's pretty cool. Like, yeah. And then a week later, she'll be watching a show that has the exact same premise, but they're on a boat and the boat disappears, and when it comes back, they have powers. And she's like, this is incredible. Peak storytelling.
There's one time where they go on a plane, but instead of the plane disappearing, there's snakes on the plane.
I am. And Samuel Jackson is there, but is he there really?
Is it a road?
It's really funny how Samuel Jackson didn't exist until that movie came out. They invented the movie just for him. When the Wright brothers made the first airplane, do they know that like eventually in 2006 some college students trying to make money would make a fucking movie about snakes being on a plane with a black man talking about the snakes and like talking about them as if he's trying to fight off like an unknown cabal on the plane?
The Shadow Cabal.
Big
snake.
I would love to go back in time and show the Wright brothers that movie. What's the worst that could happen?
Give insert historical person or person of an outdated profession. Like fuck.
I'm gonna go back in time and give Chef Boyardee a fucking hot Cheeto flavored Mountain Dew.
Can you not go faster?
I want to see if his DNA will unravel.
I want to go back in time and give H.P. Lovecraft a VR headset.
Oh my god! That would have ruined that man's existence. He would kill himself the next day. He wouldn't be able to cope with it. And then I want to go back in time even further and like record that on my phone, the entire process, and document that entire experience, and then show that to fucking fucking Edgar Allan Poe, see what he has to say about it. And then when I see his response, I'll point him, and go like, "That'll happen to you." How's that for suspense, motherfucker? Oh man, we can't be trusted with technology, Andy. When Elon Musk finally like engineers cat girls to exist and makes time travel, we won't be trusted with it.
Imagine if that was the case. Instead of Elon, it'd be Gabe Newell.
Dude, Gabe Newell would be the one to do it. We should elect him. He's the God Emperor.
Dude, he'd be the chillest god ever. Like, alright, whatever.
Whatever. Yeah.
Thanks.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
No, follow the light. No, I made the game like that. Follow the fucking light. It's all he would tell you if you give him advice as a God Emperor. Why the fuck are you going? What do you mean my son turned into a fucking evil demon? Don't listen to him. He's stupid.
Don't listen to me, stupid. Anyway, get my new update. Install
my new driver. Put on the headset. Shut the fuck up. Put on the headset.
Emperor OS.
We need to do a stream where we all roleplay as like random fucking rich people. Like I'll be fucking Gabe Newell. Jacob will be fucking actually, you know what? Because I think it'd cause Jacob much more emotional distress. I'll be fucking who's the guy made Star Wars? George Lucas. George Lucas. I'll be George Lucas.
George Lucas.
And I'll just torment him with fake Star Wars lore for like 2 hours straight. We tried that already. It didn't work because we didn't have enough people buying into the bit that I was George Lucas.
Actually, part of Star Wars, so that it was supposed to be the Gunga saga.
I thought his fucking head was gonna explode whenever I like started talking about like Darth Maul in that fucking stream. Where I was like, yeah, I was like, ask me a question. I was like, why'd you so like Darth Maul? My best friend came to me in a dream. Darth Maul told me. I thought he was gonna fucking blow a gasket.
You'll be. Keep getting brain for George Lucas. You'll be George Lucas. Jacob, who would Jacob be?
Jacob would be like Steve Jobs. I feel like he'd be like a really good Steve Jobs. You would probably be like Mark Zuckerberg. Because I feel like you also enjoy smoked meats.
I would have said Notch.
Notch. Oh my god. Did I tell you the story that either it was Notch or JonTron, one of the two. One of my buddies.
You said this like 3 times.
I know, but every time
worked under one of those people.
I know, but every time I'm reminded of him, I'm just blown away because like the motherfucker has a Resident Evil mansion that he like just lures fucking housekeepers into. They're never seen or heard from again.
Poor little 5'5" abuelita, just trapped in the house.
Oh my god! Oh no! The ceiling is coming down, mijito. Oh no!
Oh, the walls are closing in. What do you mean by this?
I wonder, like, how the ladies in the factory that I worked at would handle, like, the yawn snake boss fight from the first Resident Evil game. Like, IRL. Because I swear, like, Dincha would fucking pull out a straight razor and just kill it, like, instantly. Wouldn't even bat an eye.
Oh, wait, well, I want to continue the, like, what if technology got in the hands of insert historical person.
The fucking idea of like showing, like bringing a VR headset to H.P. Lovecraft, recording that experience that he had over the course of like 2 days, and then like going even further back in the past to show like Edgar Allan Poe and be like, "This will happen to you soon." Like
this will be you.
This will be you.
This will be you.
Oh man, it's a shame he died from like rabies or whatever the fuck he had. I'm pretty sure he died from rabies. Edgar Allan Poe? We can introduce him to the rabies vaccine!
Introduce him to rabies again?
Yeah, you can give it to him again!
Oh, good.
I've had rabies shots. They suck, dude. I hear they're different now though, because when I was but a wee basker, when I was like 2 foot nothing, because I was like 4 years old and got bit on the face by a fucking dog, they give me like 8 shots in the legs. This is like 2000. And I think now they just give you like 1 shot in the arm, and then you're rabies free. You don't have the rage virus from 28 years later. They don't have you running around with prosthetic dicks because they can't like have that around like children actors legally. Did you hear about that?
Yeah, like people can talk about like, oh, put this cock out of a zombie.
Well, no, it's not that, because like apparently like it was all prosthetics because they have children actors on stage, right? So they can't do that legally. So it had to be like prosthetics. But, like at that point, why even have it then? Why is it necessary?
You need to have his wiener.
He needs to have his wiener out for 28 years later.
If it's not 8 inches, I don't want it.
It's like, dude, it's not the road, all right? Like even on the road, they didn't do that shit. You know what I mean? Like they had a guy that they like stole all his clothes in the road, but they didn't show like dong. You should go watch The Road, by the way. It's a good movie. You'll cry though.
Dude, if you showed Teddy Roosevelt like an M82 Barrett, he'd go hell yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, M82 Barrett, he was alive long enough to see the advent of the M1919 Browning. That's basically what that is. It's just an angry fucking rectangle.
Just an angry rectangle.
It functions identically 1-to-1 with the M1919 Browning.
Yeah, I know, because the Barrett was made because some guy in Vietnam slapped a sniper scope on a Browning.
Yeah. Oh man.
They went from there.
They're really fucking cool though. I'm lost. I don't know where any of my guys are at. All I have is my dog, my little pupper.
This is what like Democrat politicians talk about when they have the children age to work lowered. They're working the fucking
talking about like giving Chef Boyardee a fucking hot Cheeto flavored Mountain Dew. That concoction I made the other day was so depressing. It actually ruined my day.
If you like gave a Colonel Sanders and was still alive like a Wendy's Takis Fuego burger or whatever it's called.
Yeah, apparently he fucking hates KFC. Like, he said before, like, before he died, is like, KFC fucking blows. I can't believe I sold my fucking image for this shit. He'd probably fucking hate it. It's
good in everywhere but in the States.
I've heard it's fucking delicious in Japan. I don't know what we're doing wrong. Like, we have, according to my friends who've been to Japan, apparently the Japanese, like, KFC market is, like, fucking exquisite and delicious, whereas we have, like, the weird fucking Warhammer cornstarch equivalent. Like the corpse starch shit of, like, yeah, you can definitely tell somebody died to make this. Like...
It's also because, like, like, at this point, like, oh shit, the global market is faring much better than within the States, so we're not gonna bother.
Well, I think it's also because companies here in the States know for a fact they could just sell you slop and you're not gonna complain, you're still gonna buy it. Like, fucking, there was something recently, some CEO, I think it was like the CEO of Wendy's or some shit was like, yeah, we're just gonna keep raising prices. You're gonna buy it anyway. Who cares? Oh, a fucking auto gun, a vigilant one, Andy.
Epic bacon.
Wow, epic bacon.
Bacon.
Fucking. I'm trying to think what I would give. I want to show Genghis Khan like a fucking RPG 7.
Show Genghis Khan an Apache helicopter.
What the fuck is this?
Oh.
I remember I had like a Mongolian pen pal, and I had like a Chinese pen pal, right? When I had pen pals, and like, let me tell you, going back and forth talking to those motherfuckers was crazy. Like, one of them, they would show me pictures of their house, and they have like murals of like Genghis Khan. Like how, like, some people will have, like, murals of fucking John Wayne in their fucking house. And then you'll talk to, like, my Chinese family, and they're like,
That motherfucker Genghis Khan is the reason we built that fucking wall.
We both have what?
Like they'd have like completely different like experiences with Genghis Khan. Like my Mongolian pen pal would show me pictures of their house, and they'd have like pictures of fucking Genghis Khan on their wall, like how like old white dudes have like pictures of fucking John Wayne.
Right.
And like I'd talk to them, and I'd go talk to my Chinese pen pal, and they'd be like, I can't fucking stand Genghis Khan. That fact the motherfucker exists, it haunts my ancestors' dreams. Like,
Yeah, I'm reminded of the meme where like every like bunch of countries like, oh, we're ashamed of having Christopher Columbus, and then Mongolia's like, hell yeah, Genghis Khan, make a big statue of him.
well, because Genghis Khan historically, like from the perspective of everybody else, he just like rat fucked entire regions, right? Like just
Plundered,
absolutely
essentially.
conquered and obliterated everything. But to like the Mongolian people, he like unified like a million different groups.
Right. Yeah.
And like brought about like he like essentially stopped like multiple like warring tribes from wiping each other out or some shit. And like
also
brought
how, like,
peace
didn't
to
give a shit apparently of like what religion you were, just followed his lead.
Yeah. Like apparently he was seen as like a unifying figure. Kind of like how like some people argue that like Julius Caesar was a fantastic fucking leader, and it's like, well, he did kind of get murdered for good reasons. What's crazy though is Genghis Khan died of like a fucking like nosebleed or some shit. Did he even die from like Either it was Genghis Khan or it was Attila the Hun, one of the two. Just like he had just like gotten another fucking wife and was like, hell yeah, dude, and like fucking had a nosebleed in his sleep and drowned in his fucking bed.
Let the machine god grant
Combat X. He died like a fucking like Game of Thrones character.
I'm laughing because I'm thinking when you go, I'm thinking like the flight reacts gifs. They go,
Flight reacts gifts.
It's just a guy making funny faces. That's it. Funny man.
I try to think of who the fuck that is because that sounds so familiar.
Just like you'll probably find him when you go on Instagram and search up flight reacts.
Let me look that up real quick. I want to see. Hold on.
I have a little look see.
I'm gonna take a look. See.
What's
What's it called? Flight reacts.
Yeah, just flight reacts face or something. Flight reacts.
Reacts. Bam.
Flight.
Flight reacts popular YouTube. Like. You know what that reminds me of? You know that one fucking meme of that dude who made that thumbnail of like, she's just 14, Zam! Like,
That's literally that. Yeah. Like,
is it him? Is that the same guy?
No. Like they do the same face, but like in some edits they use flight reacts of that thumbnail.
Man, fucking Ravioli Scamboli. Fucking made Scamboli Reviews on YouTube made a fucking meme with that, and he almost got his fucking channel taken down because of it. Oh man! Oh, we got a new helmet, Andy. Wow, it's got an antenna.
Antenna, the 5G.
Wow. I don't know if you ever worn anything that had like a chin strap when you had like a fucking goatee like that. It sucks. It hurts. Like it physically hurts.
Oh, I don't doubt it.
Like when I put on that
I think
fucking
I've worn
helmet.
something similar.
Like the first time I ever wore a helmet doing bow hurt, right? When I first started up with Ironclad, I just wore the helmet, right? And they have like a number, like a bunch of straps they put on sometimes depending on the helmet you're wearing. And the one that I wore had like a chin strap, but I had like a long-ish kind of like unkempt goatee at the time. Not goatee, but like, you know, the beard at the time. And like that shit after like 30 minutes of like sweating and getting fucking doinked in the head and like rocking my fucking neck backwards because I wasn't wearing a gorget. That shit started to hurt my fucking chin so fucking bad. It was fucking awful, man. It was awful. I can't wait to go do it again tomorrow.
Epic.
I don't bruise easily. Andy. And like when I wore that armor last time, just the weight of the armor bruised my entire fucking torso. All because I wasn't wearing a fucking what do you call it? Oh my god! You see my guy just freak out for a second?
Wait, no, I didn't. I was.
I readied up and he was like, starts freaking the fuck out. But yeah, I wasn't wearing my fucking what the fuck do they call it? Gambison. I didn't have a Gambison. They didn't have one that fit me, and like I basically just had like nothing but like raw steel stabbing directly into my fucking shoulders and neck the entire time. Ooh. I think we're gonna go for another 45 minutes. What's up?
Look at my armor.
Hold on. Oh, we're actually we're gonna do it a little bit later today. We're gonna go until 10 maybe. How do you feel about that, Andy?
Epic.
Epic bacon. Oh wow! Look at your thing, buddy. You got the big funny hat.
Oh.
Yo!
Dude, this helmet fucks.
Hold on, I gotta fucking get rid of your screen because I don't know if that's showing up on the screen or not. There we go.
I don't think it does.
Hello, sir.
Hello.
Hello.
Oh, hello.
Hello. Fuck you.
Hello. Hello.
Hello. What the fuck is it? The fucking noise you made?
No, I said hello.
Hello.
I'm doing Mr. Frog. Smiling friends.
But hello, I'm not sorry.
Hello. I'm not sorry. Yeah.
Hello, but I'm not sorry. Hello.
Sorry.
What's funny is I was doing that before I knew about that character existing. Gonzo kept asking me why I was making that reference. Before I knew that Mr. Frog existed.
Mr. Frog.
Mr. Frog. Hello. Oh, no. Because I think he's partially inspired by Guru Larry.
Hello. I'm Guru Larry.
Guru Larry. Top 10 things I put on my ass.
Inside. No, top 10 things I put inside me bum.
Top 10 things I put on me bum. I forget what the fuck it was. Guru Larry is like such a wholesome person. I can't believe he's real.
He's so wholesome, how is he real? Why?
Like Guru Larry feels like a character from like a 90s like Disney sitcom as like a joke character, and then you find out he's real and you're like, wow, magic is real.
Yeah, is real. No.
Shut the fuck up, Andy.
Yeah, Tomar. I love doing that.
Don't worry, buddy. You're getting drafted tomorrow. You can go there yourself and hang out for a bit, have some latkes.
Extra doubt.
Oh. Battle. Sure. Dog, leave him alone, dog. What the fuck? Andy, manufactorum accusis.
Put Aurum after like every few words.
Look at it, Magniforum. The Bulletanium.
Lobotomorum.
Put him in the Lobotomorum.
It's literally just Doofenshmirtz going Enator, but instead it's Aurum.
Well, yeah, because it's meant to be like pseudo Greek. So it's like Distabicus hit him with the Murderanidius.
Meridius.
Put him in the Killatorum. Not for that information. Andy, would you replace your bodily bits with robot bits?
Like 90%.
Yeah, like Elon Musk, you get the brain implants. The one that makes all the chimpanzees fucking bash their heads against the walls until they explode. I wouldn't
Yeah, but-
trust that fucking brain implant shit, because I've played Cyberpunk,
Well,
the
then-
game that he was inspired by, and like the
Well,
first
then-
thing that happens in that fucking game is you get a fucking virus.
Well, it's not. Oh, what? Talking about Johnny's thing?
So like these initial like impression whenever they get the fucking no, because you know what, whenever they finish that first job, right, and you go and you save that lady from that ice tub,
Right.
V actively says like, I got a virus from that, like putting your fucking like aux cord into like that lady's thinculum.
Well, yeah, because I think because the lady is like a well-off person. You're tracked for like what's the fucking
It wasn't
ambulance-
Militech. It wasn't Militech,
No.
but
trauma team?
Trauma Team, yeah.
Yeah, it was like a safety thing.
Well, I mean, the implication from that is that because she was getting like basically like knocked out for parts and shit like that by the scabs, the idea behind that was apparently they'd given her a virus to like keep her knocked the fuck out.
Could have ended no other way.
Yeah, because it's literally just like it's human organ stealing, essentially.
Well, because I think they're stealing the implants specifically. I think
That
right?
too. Yeah, either one.
I want to do a Cyberpunk stream, but I know that will be like a whole thing.
But you might as well do it when like the new Doom patch comes out
Yeah, start it then.
later on. Be a good time to do that.
Oh my god, I need to go and run over here and use the shower. Oh, Asmongold, look away, Nergal! So we've established that, like, Asmongold is Nergal, right? And JFK
Nergal.
is Nergal, and fucking what's-his-face from Steam is the God Emperor.
Gabe Newell.
Gabe Newell, yeah. Gabe Newell is the God Emperor.
Strike off the hammer.
What would Elon Musk be?
Medicaid station.
That's a good question. Elon Musk could be like a chaos god.
Marshals or turn.
100%, like,
On what
maybe Siege? Maybe?
seen how he looks at me.
Is that the bird one?
I think so.
Race after a messy judgment. I am sorry you feel this way.
I'm trying to think, because I don't really know that much about, like, the chaos gods. So I know Siege is one, but I don't know exactly what they're a chaos god of, you know?
Right.
Fucking, I think we already established Belle Delphine would be
Slanesh.
Slanesh. Who'd be Korn or Karen?
Return is not
Corn.
Yeah, the blood for blood god. Skulls for the skull throne.
Wait, hold on. I'm thinking. I'm gonna
Tyler
say
too.
something. No. Mitch McConnell.
We have to bomb all those people. I just want their blood. Who's that one fucking millionaire who is obsessed with like fucking becoming immortal? He's not even a billionaire. He's just a millionaire, and he's weird. He like drinks his son's blood.
I know who you're talking about. Fuck.
All he's done is made himself look like a fucking like 1990s era like French movies idea of an aristocrat. He looks like fucking
Morbius.
a little bit. He kind of someone made a he looks like a dollar store version of Keanu Reeves from the 1990 Dracula movie.
Connection lost. Compensate.
You know what I mean?
Oh, I briefly blacked out. What?
He looks like a dollar store version of Keanu Reeves from the 1992 Dracula movie.
I'm not that versed into filmography.
So in
that's
1992, there was a it's called like Bram Stoker's Dracula from like 1992. This is back whenever for some fucking reason Hollywood was like, what if we start making movies based off of well-known plays? Which is how you get all those weird like fucking Phantom of the Opera and like you get Moulin Rouge, you know?
I don't know. Who that
Oh, that's
is.
right. You're not old like me. Moulin Rouge is... You never heard of Moulin Rouge? You'd love Moulin Rouge. Moulin Rouge is like peak like theater kid fare. You'd watch that with your older sister and be like, "Why the fuck are you watching this with me? I'm like 8 years old." Which is how I watched it with my sister and all my babysitters, constantly. I know nothing about that movie except there's a lady who like dances around and the moon like laughs and talks and sings, and then she gets like a nosebleed and she dies, and that's the end of the movie. And for some reason Beyonce was there. Because I think at the time she wasn't like big for being like her own like musical act. I think she was still part of Destiny's Child, I think, or is that Rihanna? I get a lot of my 2000s era like R&B singers mixed up. But anyway, they had Discount Cheetah Girls fucking had that song Itchy Gitchy Gaga Yeah Yeah. You know that one?
Mm-hmm.
It's fucking Nostalgia Chick did a whole like review with Nostalgia Critic where they did a musical review. And I think Brenda Floss was there, or whatever the fuck it was. Brental Floss? Whatever, it was the 2000s, no one cares. Where was I going with this?
I'm trying to bounce back between you and Ghost of Tsushima.
Fucking... I mean, did you ever watch, like, Les Miserables?
No, like
With, like, what's-his-face from U2 being, like, the main bad guy. Hey, what's up, Rat? How's it going, man? Welcome to the stream. We've just been fucking rambling this entire time. We were talking about, like, going back in time and giving H.P. Lovecraft a VR headset and then recording that on our cell phone and then going further back in time and showing that to, Edgar Allan Poe and then telling him that would happen to him. But right now we're talking about, like, fucking, what was it? Weird adaptations of, like, Hollywood adaptations of plays. So, like, you've never seen Les Miserables that has, fucking, not Helena Bonham Carter, but, who's the lady from Bird Box? You should tell Poe that Lovecraft is his reincarnation. That's what Rat just said. That would ruin him. That man would fucking disintegrate. But yeah, like, fucking... Les Miserables is why Final Fantasy 15 took way longer than it should have to be made.
Also,
the guy that was in charge of making that game, who's like the game director, I want to say it was Tetsuya Nomura. He watched the Les Miserables movie, and then like came out of the movie theater and was enamored by it, and then went back to work and like looked at his entire team and said, "All right, guys, whatever you're writing, throw it away. We're making a musical. The game's a musical now." Like,
drop everything, musical now.
That's why that game took like fucking a billion years to make, and why Kingdom Hearts 3 took forever, because he kept getting sidetracked on Final Fantasy 15. He'd get like a weird like hyperfixation about one thing, and it's like, we're making the whole game about this now. Like, I think at one point he was like watching a bunch of like Visual Kei music videos, and I think he was watching like specifically something by Gact or some shit, and like wanted the game to mimic more of that as far as the combat, and had to like throw a bunch of shit out because of it. Like that's why like that game only came out after they moved him from Final Fantasy 15 back onto Kingdom Hearts 3. That's the only reason that game came out when it did.
That's like Kojima being sidetracked by VTubers and adding a VTuber to Death Stranding 2.
Yeah, but Kojima would make that work though.
True.
I think him having who does he have in fucking Death Stranding? Fucking Conan or some shit.
I mean Conan.
He has like Conan in Death Stranding. He was like playing himself as like a hologram, just hanging out. Or no, I think it's like Steve Colbert or some shit. Where he's like, hey, whoa, hey, it's me, Steve Colbert. Death Stranding 2 thoughts. I didn't play Death Stranding 1 because I didn't understand the concept. It was a little bit too weird and out there for me, and I was a little bit too salty about PT being canceled. Go fuck yourself, Konami. You know it's fucking bad when Guillermo del Toro is like, I don't know why this game isn't being fucking made. It makes no fucking sense on Twitter. When Guillermo del Toro specifically is saying that
The
shit.
slacker.
Yeah, like, he's just like, what the fuck? Like, if Guillermo del Toro, a guy who's, like, notorious for just kind of, like, making whatever on his own time, is going, I don't know why this game isn't being fucking made, you know it's bad. Like, oh, man. So I never got into Death Stranding, because when I was reading about it when the game first was announced, like, I didn't understand it, and it's the same kind of problem that I had with fucking what do you call it? Not Control, but the game that we played recently, Andy, Firebreak or whatever.
Firebreak.
Where it just feels like a bunch of weird shit for the sake of having weird shit. Even though I know Hideo Kojima would get around to explaining all of it, like, I didn't have the fucking bandwidth in my brain to be like, okay, Kojima, rubs hands, tell me what's going on.
Well, I stopped playing Death Stranding mainly because like I'm getting kind of salty. Cause like I know it's a walking sim, but even then, it's like
I'm fascinated by it. I'm fascinated by the game, but it's also like I have like a low bandwidth for like weird shit without having a decent payoff to it. Like, because I know if I play that game and I find out like, oh, like whatever I have in my head as to what's happening isn't one-to-one with what's going on, and I'm not impressed by it, like I know I'll hate the game. Because it's
like
that weird of a premise.
I feel like I have to play on lower difficulty just so I can actually keep things moving instead of getting staggered, even though I'm playing a walking sim.
Because I'm also like really fascinated by it, but it's like, I don't know, like, like, there's cool mechanics and stuff to it. Like, I like the idea that, like, enough players will, like, build a certain thing in a certain place that it just pops up in everybody's world. I think that's neat. So, like, they have, like, footpaths and shit like that that'll pop up in your world because enough people have built it in the same place.
Right.
And I think that's fascinating. I like that as a mechanic. It kind of reminds me of, like, the pseudo Dark Souls stuff that Nier Automata has. Where, like, occasionally you'll just run around and you'll find like a random 2B unit like knocked the fuck out on the ground, blown the fuck up, right? And you'll get like resources and shit from it. But it's like other players, you know what I mean? They kind of did that narrative wise with like the new Silent Hill 2 game. Which I plan on doing Silent Hill 2 at some point on stream. I just want to like find somebody who's actually going to be like 100% for it. Because Silent Hill 2 gets weird. It gets the version that we have on the PS5, Andy, is weird as fuck. Because there's a whole thing where like you'll find a bunch of dead bodies, and there's a reason why they look the way they do. Is all I'll say. It's a mild spoiler if I point it out. But it's one of those ones like when you notice it, it's something that like you have more questions than answers for a while.
Right.
But yeah, like I don't know. Like I want so desperately to like Death Stranding, and I don't want to like have a bad experience from it. And then because I don't want to hate Kojima. I don't think I've ever played a Kojima game that I hated.
He's fascinating, but at the same time, it's like an acquired taste.
Yeah. Was Kojima also responsible for a lot of the, what do you call it? The fucking Castlevania games as well?
I never really heard of Kojima and Castlevania.
Because I could have sworn, like, apparently he did some of the
like them
artwork for Symphony of the Night, apparently. Or I might be misremembering. Didn't he have, like, his own, like, Castlevania-esque thing called like Blood something?
I don't know.
Ah, damn it! It was like a recent game. It's gonna bother me. It's not Blood Rain. I don't fucking remember. Oh, about. Abhor, you know. Is there like a game, Andy, that like you've tried to get into but you just can't fucking get into because it's too weird?
It's too weird.
I'll sit in Silent Hell, yeah, dude. We'll do Silent Hill when it gets a little closer to like September. We'll do Silent Hill. How does that sound, right? Because I have it on Steam as well.
I have to look through my library so I can actually remember. Cause like I mostly got games that I just didn't click, or just in general, or just got bored.
Fucking Warframe. When I first got into Warframe, it was too weird for me. I couldn't figure it out.
It's kind of convoluted, and yeah, it doesn't really help newer players, at least not as you expect. But I still get on that game and collect daily logins.
Like, fucking, I got into Warframe back in like 2015. Back before, like, back when they just brought in the flight suits.
Right.
And like, after that, I just kind of dropped off because I was like, once I got that, I was like, I don't fucking want this. Does this game really need that? Like, I dropped off entirely whenever they brought up the open world shit, and I was like, this game doesn't need this. I hope they don't do shit like that with Helldivers. I know they're talking about having like warships for your clans, where like everybody in the clan can like have like a hub. But I don't want it to be like a huge deal. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Hold on, give me 1 second. Okay, Beck. Oh, I can pet the dog. Hold on. Can I pet the dog? Beck Mastiff.
I didn't stop because it was weird. I stopped because I was getting frustrated with it. It was Just Cause 4.
Yeah.
With all the buttons.
I know exactly what you're talking about, where it's like, they had too many things allocated to too many buttons.
And it's like, this shit's for like PC, of all the fucking buttons to like even remember.
It didn't run well at all, either. Like, it had like massive frame rate issues.
Yeah. I don't know how that's even a thing when Just Cause 3 looks perfect.
Well, I think that's because they went from like one Unreal Engine to like the newest one at the time, and they always have issues. Yeah,
being usual.
Like Unreal, I think we're on Unreal 5, and Unreal 5 has weird fucking issues. Like, apparently, like netcode for Unreal Engine never fucking works well for some fucking reason. I have a couple friends who used to fuck around with like game dev, and they always told me like Unreal is always great so long as you're using an older version of it by like 2 years.
Well, yeah, it's actually developed and finished mostly.
Yeah, like any new game that's using Unreal 5 or whatever is gonna have issues, but again, it like is using an older version of it as a basis usually tends to be just fine because it's using a more stable.
It's finished / developed.
Just like with all Adobe products, you never want to fucking use any Adobe product the first like 6 months it's out. You want to wait until after it's been out a while. Looking at you, Adobe After Effects, almost fucking nuking my PC and bricking it because it didn't like the fact that I was using like a shader that for what it was used for on fucking Premiere and After Effects. Fucking piece of shit company. Almost bricked my laptop in fucking high school. Still mad about it. Still fucking mad. I'll never not be angry. What was that one fucking game, Andy? The one where you can like build a base and then people will try to like sneak around it or some shit. The fuck was it called? It was popular for like a whole like 25 minutes, and then people dropped it like a sack of fucking warm eggs on a hot Sunday morning. Do you know what I'm talking about? Like the whole concept was like you're supposed to build a base full of traps, and people are supposed to try and raid it.
Meet your maker.
Meet your maker. That's what it's called. Like I played that for like 20 minutes, and I was like, this just does not look or feel good. I didn't understand the game at all. Like the game I had in my head was way different from the game that was being made. Like I don't know what I was expecting. I think I was expecting something more along the lines of like, I guess Rust.
No.
But like that game,
It's
like just like the whole premise is you're
you're
just going
not
to
you're
pre-built levels, I guess.
wait, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. That game isn't really making a base. That's more like making an obstacle course.
Yeah, it's like making a fucking Roblox obby, but it's like you're making a base. Like, base for what? Why would people fucking invade my thing?
Well, for resources. It's a gift
Resources
of
for
the
what? To build their
apocalyptic-
own? But then what's the point? It just feels like a like more expensive version of Clash of Clans. Does it
Keep
not?
in mind, that's the people who made Dead by Daylight also made that game of Meet Your Maker.
That tracks because it feels like fucking brain rot.
Basker, I was chuckling earlier, although I guess you didn't hear me. I was chuckling because I scrolled my game list and I fucking saw the Saints Row reboot.
Oh god, I kind of wanted to play that, but like, I also never got super into Saints Row when it was
Saints Row?
popular.
Like, I want to try me and you maybe a stream, but then again, we don't know if it's gonna be a fun bad or a boring bad.
Yeah, it'll be one of those ones where we probably play it like once or twice, because like, what I heard is I think the game is fun to play, but like the writing and story is ass.
It's a funny kind of bad though. Oh my god, the Oni plays video on it.
What was that one like Square Enix game that everybody fucking hates because the dialogue is trash?
Forspoken?
Yeah, Forspoken. I didn't think it was that bad until I actually like watched a Let's Play of it, and like, I don't know how you make a game like that and make the writing that fucking bad. Dialogue is the easiest thing in the world to fucking write. It's just talking.
I just moved out of my freaking mind.
Oh my god! Like,
No,
every
no,
dialogue cliche. Oh, Andy, you're fucking falling apart at the seams, dude. Your microphone's all freaking out. What's up?
Oh, look up Oni Plays predicting Forspoken dialogue.
Oh, I think that's one of the ones I actually saw, too. They, fucking Game Grumps also did this where they were playing, one of the Sakura Spirit, like, visual novels, and, like, Danny was able to do the exact same thing on that. Just guessing dialogue because the writing was just so trash.
Limo.
Dialogue is not hard. I don't understand how people will have that much of a problem with it, especially people who get paid to do it for a living. Doesn't make sense to me.
I love when Psychic Pebble said the writers should strike to get a raise.
Well, usually that happens because there's like a writer strike. Because Forspoken came out during the writer strike. So like what it is, they just had like a bunch of people who are scabs doing all the fucking writing. They're like, whatever, we don't need these fucking like college graduates. These people who've been writing for us for years. Fuck them for wanting money. That's how you end up getting fucking, I know I've talked about it non-stop, but Before the Storm for Life is Strange. The reason why the dialogue is especially bad in that one is because they fired their entire writing staff because of writing strikes.
Limo.
That's why like you have like the weird fucking like middle school grade like dialogue like punch ups they have, where like they stole somebody else's dialogue from a different property, and we're like, I'm gonna make it mine. It's gonna be better. Oh man, we should play a Don't Nod game at some point just to rip it apart.
We're gonna have like a list of like games to play that are generally fun or games to play as an experiment.
I mean, I have stupid ideas for streams, but there's the issue of like, I also need to have slop, right? That I can just kind of like play when I don't know exactly when I want to stream. Like I tried doing a Balatro stream, but that's more fun if I had like other people to like scream with me. Because like Balatro is one of those games where like it's more fun if you're screaming at like the gambling. You know what I mean?
I'm sorry, I'm having an epic battle right now with Ghost of Tsushima.
You're having an epic battle.
Yeah, I'm fighting off Mongols breaching our gates.
Just use the hurricane to your advantage, dude.
Yeah, the Florida Hurricanes.
The Florida Hurricanes in Nagoya, Japan.
My empath.
They killed John
summon.
Mongol, yeah.
Killed John Lennon.
What's crazy is historically, like, the, after the events of that game, I think that's when they started having, like, the massive civil wars in Japan. Because, like, a lot of the money that the samurai would get, like, the nobility and shit in Japan, would be from just, like, what do you call it, from, like, raiding and shit. But because it was a defensive war, they couldn't raid, so they're like, well, we're gonna start raiding civilian areas to recoup our fucking money. Japanese history is wild, dude.
Chinese history is just civil war, billions dead.
It's crazy because like every time you read anything about like Chinese warfare, it reads like Warhammer lore. It's nuts. Like same thing with like Romans and like the Chinese are just like Warhammer lore straight out. Get on it, Chinese government. There's got to be like a Chinese like grimdark universe, right? There has to be. There has
mythology?
to be. Well, I mean, like you know, like a grimdark property, because like there's a couple of like Japanese properties I believe are considered to be like grimdark. I feel like China would have one too, right? They would have to.
Yeah, their history. No king.
Bro. But like I mean, like you know, as far as like they would have to, right? Because like I don't know. Well, what do you think would be like a Japanese equivalent of like grimdark? Maybe Berserk, maybe.
Oh, definitely.
I don't know if that one's specifically grimdark because that one actually has like a lot of hopeful moments and shit in it. Because it doesn't grimdark be like the worst possible fucking outcome is what's inevitable.
Gonzo would tell you one.
Gonzo would definitely know. I feel, you know what would be the equivalent? I don't know if you ever like watched Knights of Sidonia or read the Blame manga.
Blame. And all I know of Blame is that there's a Netflix movie, whatever adaptation of it.
Read the manga. The manga has like no dialogue. I don't know how you're able to make a fucking movie out of a manga that has like maybe 5 fucking words of spoken dialogue per volume. That's about as close as I could probably imagine as like a universe of being grimdark, because like it's
a ever constructing megastructure that doesn't have a purpose of doing so. I know.
Yeah, like time is immaterium in Blame. Like that's honestly like one of the only mangas I could think of that like actively fucked with my megalophobia, because there's a like 2-page like spread, right? That's supposed to be like the main character Killy walking across like this wasteland, and all you see is like from one page to the other page, this little speck that's supposed to be Killy walking across, right? And then like the next page, you find out that took 5,000 years. No explanation. Just that was 5,000 years. Man, like fucking Bonsai Pop did a whole fucking video on the lore of like Blame, and it's like shit that takes so far into like it's like near Automata levels of like time expansion of like the story takes place over the course of like 10,000 years, give or take, where like it starts off with this fucking cult that like basically becomes like the downfall of like humanity, because they start making all this technology and shit, and then at some point they just somehow figure out how to like make non-carbon based life forms, essentially like homunculi based out of like silicon, and that like causes this entire fucking problem of like the authority, which is like their version of the government, like breaking down because their fucking the cult starts fucking around with like their version of like gene seeds, and like basically makes it to where like their automated security starts hunting down anything that is carbon-based or silicon, because it's just like if it moves, just shoot it, kill it. They might be like rebels, and it just becomes like this thing where for like 1,000 years it just absolutely rat fucks the entire human race to a point where like people no longer have the ability of reading the overlays that are built into their fucking like their brain. You know, like in like Cyberpunk, like your eyes have like the overlays and shit, like your ammo and stuff.
The Kuroshis, yeah.
Yeah. They kind of have the equivalent of that in like the Blame universe, but time had been like people hadn't been fucking with that for so long that people lose the ability to be able to read that unless they have like something called I forget what the fuck it's called. I think it's called like the tech seed or some shit like that, where they're able to like actually understand what the overlays mean. And at some point they actually get that and they're able to fuck with that. And yeah. Also, like the part of the reason humanity is fucked is that like enough people who knew how to like control these giant robots called builders were killed during the wars. So like people lost control of them, and like the builders just kind of got stuck in like build mode. And they were going for so long without direction that they essentially developed a form of dementia, which is why like the entire planet gets like completely covered in this like mega construct, and nobody's been outside for like thousands of years because outside just keeps getting like built over. To the point where, like I believe like the megastructure encompasses everything from like Earth all the way up to like Jupiter.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Like hive cities. It was heavily inspired by Warhammer too, I believe. Like the concept of like hive cities. Trying to fucking remember. They just kind of like lose track of like, oh yeah, this is what a living area is supposed to look like. So you have like entire groups of people who are like for thousands of years just adapted to living in these like incredibly cramped spaces. So you have like these like abnormal human shapes that are like used to living in these like little fucking cramped corridors. And like it becomes like almost pseudo Fallout shit where like now you just have like tribes of people who like just don't know English or any like common language because they've been separated for so long. Blame is fucking crazy.
I don't blame.
Oh, so apparently that's also like an Americanization because the manga is called Blame. That's how it's spelled, but apparently according to the manga it's supposed to be pronounced Blam, but that sounds fucking stupid, so I'm not calling it that. Also, apparently Knights of Sidonia takes place in the same universe. I don't know how, but apparently it does. Don't watch the Blame like movie. It's not as good as the manga. The manga's crazy. You'll be spending most of your time reading the manga just like staring at one panel trying to figure out like what the fuck's going on because it's so dark. But yeah, like there's another fucking grimdark thing that's been coming out recently. Like the Forever Winter is one that's been coming out.
And Trench Crusade, that was earlier.
Trench Crusade, yeah, that's another one. I'm like really hyped about that one. The more I read about that one, the cooler it sounds.
I've been hearing things, the Discord server kind of imploding and people being annoying in general, the moderators.
Yeah, well, I think it got started because some of the guys who are working on Warhammer from what the fuck is the company that owns Warhammer?
Games Workshop.
Games Workshop. It was based on people who like were disgruntled with Games Workshop, but not so much in a like, oh, like we're kind of fed up with them, but more like in a John K. leaving Nickelodeon because he didn't like the fact that like they could do whatever the fuck they wanted kind of sense. John K., for those who don't know, is the guy who created Ren and Stimpy. I don't know how much you know about John K. It doesn't really matter, but like
I know. Yes, I know the lore.
Yeah. From what I hear, like that's like the nexus of like Trench Crusade's existence is they're just a bunch of guys who are like disgruntled, and you're like, well, we're like, fuck it, we're gonna have Warhammer over here. But yeah, like Forever Winter seems to be a lot more less.
I love the Forever Winter. I love the soundtrack.
I've heard that one's very similar to fucking I Iron Harvest, which is it works as a game, but its intention is to be more of an aesthetic.
Well, yeah, no, that literally it was an art thing, but then they later just wanted to make it a game.
Yeah, which is exactly what happened with Iron Harvest. A bunch of Polish artists were like, what if we had giant robot mechs? That'd be pretty fucking sick. And then, like, that just kind of spiraled into, like, well, we want to make this a thing, and just kind of turn that into a whole franchise. And I don't think that ever worked out for Iron Harvest too much. I think Iron Harvest came out, and then nobody really cared, yeah.
Forever Winter has. It's been getting updates.
Is it? Well, Forever Winter is also, like, what do you call it? A game in progress. Like, they're actively trying to make it a concept as a game. Whereas, like, Iron Harvest, I think they, like, spent a bunch of money to actually have it made into a game proper, like, full stop, before it was released. I recently got the game, and I have to say, this game is... Yeah, it's fucking great, right, Gage? It's fucking great. My phone's dead. Hold on. I gotta plug that in so I can read chat all the way. I fucking love this game. It's good. It's great. It's fantastic. I just wish everybody wasn't a fucking cop. Where the fuck is my charger? God damn it. Did I lose my charger somehow? There it is. Oh my god. Oh, am I just... There we go. Hold on. But yeah, I fucking love this game. This game's great. I'm trying to think. There's got to be like other like grimdark essential stuff, right? There's also another one called fuck, what was it called? Vermin, I think. There's like it's more of like a book, but there's like a book called Vermin that's supposed to be like like dark fantasy dungeon crawler inspired thing. I'm not sure if you've heard of it.
Probably likely not.
It's not like tied to a game, but I think it's like really interesting. There's been talks about like that becoming its own thing in its entirety. It's more like a mood piece, but it's really interesting. Like it kind of takes like that like 1980s dark fantasy like take on like storytelling, especially like it was heavily inspired by like Dark Souls and Demon Souls, and that a lot of the story and lore is told through like flavor text. Just like a bunch of like rough ideas, and then just kind of like oh, this is the Dark Forest, and this is what happened here, and ooh, isn't that spooky? But yeah, I have an ogre named Ugg, Gage. I also have a psyker named Thinkula. And Thinkula. My veteran is named Amelia Bedelia, and my Arbites is John Policeman. But yeah, I'm trying to think. Are there any other like grimdark stories? I know that fucking Watchmen kind of bleeds into grimdark here and there.
Well, I just know it as being dark. I don't know about grimdark.
Well, the grimdark is the idea that like it's extremely cynical in a not quite like in the boys kind of cynical, but like there is no good. Everything is destined to fall into entropy. And the boys, like not the boys, but the fucking what do you call it? Watchmen comics are very much that. Not so much the movie or the TV show, but the comic, the original comic by what's his fucking name? Frank Miller. Is it Frank Miller I'm thinking of?
I don't think it's Frank Miller.
Who the fuck is it that makes the same guy that made the Killing Joke? The guy has like this obsession with like futility that is so omnipresent in that fucking comic. I think it falls into grimdark. I'm trying to think what else. There was some game I played recently. It's like an indie game that is like a grimdark inspired. Fuck. Not Rogue Trader. Damn. It's on Steam recently. What about you, Andy? Do you know any other grimdark stuff?
Not really.
Oh,
I gave you the ones I knew of, the Forever Winter and French Crusade.
Is Forever Winter even considered to be like grimdark though? Because I know that like they have like a lot of grimdark.
I mean, the world is essentially just kind of fucked over, and the game is set in America. Well, it used to be California, and like there's 3 factions, which are essentially just like one's like of Europe, one's of China. Oh no, it's like weird alliances because one of them is Russia, but also Africa for some reason.
Huh.
Russia and Africa. Yeah, it's odd. And like I know like China, I think I heard is like it's technically the most stable civilization, but those.
You there, Andy?
So if you're into.
Your mic's getting all crunkly, dude.
God damn it. Oh, what's going on with my mic?
No.
But you're saying like China's most stable in the Forever Winter universe?
It's stable, but it's very dystopian because like if you're into so much debt, you essentially become a zombie cyborg to make up for it.
That's fucking sick. Is that what those like drop planes are, or that they like?
Yes.
Yeah, I was reading about that. That's fucking sick.
It's a B-2 bomber essentially, but it drops like cyborg zombies to ravage shit.
I would love to fucking play that, but I know I'd get my fucking shit pushed in playing that fucking game. I think it's on Steam like right now, right? Like you can actually like play it.
Yes.
It's mostly functional, I believe. The fucking I don't know if you fucked heavy with like Terminator. I went through like a Terminator phase, right? The Terminator lore is very, very much like grimdark in that like nothing good ever fucking happens in the Terminator universe ever. Especially like in the future. Like with the war against Skynet. Like it's very much like the worst possible case scenario happens every day. Fucking Killing Joke also kind of falls into that a little bit because the universe of the Killing Joke, nothing is ever resolved. Like the worst possible case scenario is always what ends up happening. Sometimes DC like goes into like that weird grimdark era. Every once in a great while, they'll have like a really good run where shit gets like really depressing, and then they'll have to pull in somebody's like, "Hey guys, no more depressing shit. The Joker can't eat orphans. We gotta not have that. Come on, fucking pull back a little bit. Can't do that. Staple his face back on.
Come on, don't give him his skin.
Don't give him his skin. Don't. Oh man. I wish more people were into grimdark, because I think grimdark is super neat and fascinating. But like people get like too caught up in like the weird fucking moral quandaries of it being usually extremely violent and nihilistic for the worst possible fucking reasons. The fuck was that? Did you hear that?
What?
The boo boo. I don't know what the fuck that was. It's like from my game.
I'm not responsive. I'm trying to have a boss fight.
Who are you fighting?
General Tsumoge.
You should tell him to stop it. Knock it
I
off.
don't know, man. These Mongols.
Tell him to quit being mean.
Tell him to be a big doofus.
You told her to stop being a big fucking palooka. Is there like any fucking like series that you've like watched or whatever that gave you like the same feel of like, wow, there's just like nothing positive to this like whatsoever? I feel like I just like ruined my fucking day. I feel like The Road was that for me.
What's The Road about?
The Road is a Cormac McCarthy book about like this dad and his son walking through like a nuclear post-apocalypse, trying not to get eaten by cannibals and shit. Trying to, I think, get to the ocean for some reason. And it is such a bleak and depressing fucking book. Like, I don't know how you can read that and like have a good time, but like, I don't know. It's a really depressing book. The movie adaptation is like really, really good. Cormac McCarthy is also the same guy that made Blood Meridian. Yeah, like he made a whole bunch of things like that. He also made fucking No Country for Old Men.
I love that movie.
It's a great movie. Another movie that also ruined my fucking day watching it. But yeah, have you ever like watched a movie or read a book or something where you're like, you watched it and you liked it, but you're like, like fuck, dude, this like fucked up my whole day. I feel that way about like manga, like the fuck is it called? Oh, you also mean Poon Poon?
Oh, I've heard horrible things about Pun Pun.
Like,
The moment they see that little bird creature, they get PTSD.
I've read a decent chunk of it. It's one of those ones where like I can't read it if I'm having a bad time, and I don't know when the best time is to read Poon Poon, because I don't know if you want to read it when you're at your lowest or at your highest, because I feel like no matter what you're gonna do, you're gonna have a fucking bad time. I feel that way about like a lot of Warhammer shit too, like to a certain degree, because a lot of like Warhammer, it's never hopeful. Like the closest thing you get to hopeful is like stuff gets sad in Warhammer.
Well, okay, the thing is with Warhammer for me, like I know it's grimdark, but it's like it's an absurdity of grimdark that's just comedic.
To a point, but then you start like reading about like the salamanders, and I get like really bummed out reading about the salamanders because all the salamander stories are so fucking depressing.
Yeah.
Because it's always like oh wow, the salamanders are here to save these people, but like all the people are already dead. They're already fucking dead.
I get depressed looking at the Forever Winter more because it's just more possible.
Yeah. There was another fucking series very similar to Neverwinter that I like discovered recently. I'm trying to fucking remember. It reminds me so much of it. You know what? Scorn would probably fall into Grimdark.
The one with the fleshy stuff?
Yeah, the biopunk shit.
Yeah.
I feel like that would be like I don't know anything about it. I'm too weirded out. The fucking it's too uncomfortable to fucking play it. Trying to think. Oh, you know what? Fucking every iteration of Snowpiercer fucks me up. I can't watch anything about Snowpiercer. It will ruin my fucking day every time. You ever watch Snowpiercer? With
the movie, yeah.
Yeah. The
Chris Evans or whatever.
Yeah, so every iteration of Snowpiercer kind of has a slightly different bend to it. Because the movie was more so about like climate change and like rampant capitalism's like involvement in that, whereas like the comic is more so about like in-game capitalism and like how it tends to like feed into. I think they call it necrocapitalism, which is like there is no economy for you to feed into. You work for the sake of working. Like you work for the sole reason that like what else are you gonna do, right? I don't know. The comic is so fucking depressing because the comic book ends with the everybody dying on the train, and the train just keeps going on forever, and it never ends. Whereas I think in the movie, doesn't the fucking like train like get derailed? And there's like just a Korean.
It's either that it got derailed or just stopped, and people just got out of the train to venture out.
Oh no! What happened was the train got derailed because they tried to fucking blow the door off.
Oh.
Because like I don't know exactly how it happens in the comics, how the world gets frozen over like that, but in the movie, is because corporations figured out like, oh, we can just like reverse. Like the most fucking obtuse way of solving a problem ever, which is like, oh, the world's getting too hot. Here's a solution. Let's cool it the fuck down. Let's make an ice age. And it worked a little bit too well, and they had to make a train that was initially supposed to be like a fun novelty idea of like, oh, like wow, we'll just go on a train and have fun. Haha. Oh, the world's ending. Well, I guess this is the only place where we can all survive.
Womp.
Yeah, womp. And basically, that's the premise of the movie. Whereas the comics, I think, it was just like, oh, just a freak, like, Day After Tomorrow-esque, like, nobody could have seen this coming, like, end-game result of, like, nuclear war or some shit. I don't fucking remember, though. It's been too long. The comic's too depressing. It'll fuck your day up. But I know there's a TV show that like HBO is making that's supposedly pretty good. I hear it has like some of the same problems that like The Walking Dead has though, where like they'll have like a bunch of people fucking kicking ass and taking names writing for the story as a showrunner, and then like some producer will come in and be like, I actually don't like this showrunner. Take him out back and execute him in front of his family.
From his family, would you?
Yes,
4K.
you do.
Yeah. Waves.
I like yogurt, but more or less, like, I hear the TV show is really good, and I want to watch it, but I also like don't because like I'm worried that like
what TV show?
The Snowpiercer TV show. Because like it's one of those ones like Snowpiercer is at its best when it's trying to say something about like, you know, capitalism in a negative way, but I don't see a corporate entity like HBO or whatever like going full sail balls to the wall like fuck capitalism like that story kind of needs.
Or like The Boys poking fun of Vought as an all-encompassing company when it's from Amazon of all things.
Yeah, well, to be fair, Vought is more like, I think there was like some stipulation with the writing where they did everything they could to like Disney code it.
Oh.
So like I feel like they get away with it purely because of that. Because like that's not technically Amazon. Technically. Cuckily, ha ha ha. But yeah, like, I'm gonna use the Volt Pistol. With The Boys specifically, I know there's the issue of like people not having media literacy to know that like The Boys are actively making fun of conservatives, and so like
ever since.
Yeah, like I ran into a bunch of people at the state school when I was working out there who like did not know the movie was making fun of, or the show was making fun of Trump. Because like there's a specific point in like the second to last season of The Boys that came out recently where like they were directly making fun of one of Trump's speeches that he did where he was just like fucking rambling.
Well,
and they're
I
like,
say that's clever because now the advertisement is just Trump and Elon did thing, but instead of Trump, it's Homelander.
Yeah, well, I mean, to be fair, that also is what sells the rage baiting.
Sure.
Like, they do that because it's effective, and let's be honest, the rage baiting's working. Like, I don't know, like, I feel like The Boys is at its best whenever it's a little more subtle with what it's referencing, but like The Boys kind of also has this weird like it has to justify it being a like adult comedy almost, so it has to have this over the top Family Guy like gross out humor.
Yeah.
But to be fair, the comic it's based on is so much fucking worse about it.
It's written to be spiteful of, like, just heroes in general.
Well, like, fucking in the comics, like, Homelander eats a baby. Just, like, full stop, eats a baby. Left no crumbs, ate an infant in the comic. And it was, none of it was actually Homelander doing all the evil shit. It was actually,
Black Noir.
Black Mirage, yeah. Who is a clone?
Noir.
Black Noir, yeah. Who is a clone? Although I do think I like the actual narrative stuff they've done with The Boys better than what the comic does. I feel like they use the characters better.
The comics writing is at the floor. Anything could be better.
I mean, the comics has some stuff going for it. The problem is that it's written in like the most juvenile like way possible.
Right, that's what I was gonna say.
Like it feels like it's was written by like a disgruntled Adult Swim alumni from like 2003.
No, that reminds me because of how like the comic maker or whoever of Watchmen tried to paint Rorschach.
Yeah, and
then it backfired.
What did he try to do with Rorschach again? I'm trying to remember.
No, there's definitely a video about it. I know essentially trying to make him like a parody.
Yeah, they tried to make him a
Supposedly-
parody initially, but it didn't work out as well because he took the story in such a grim, dark direction that it didn't work. I remember the comedian was like really, really problematic for a while. I remember a lot of parents were really upset about that in my middle school when the movie came out. Because like have you seen the Zack Snyder Watchmen movie?
I think I have, but a long time ago I have though.
It's
I don't remember.
really good. Jeffrey Dean Morgan is unrecognizable as the comedian. Like, if I tell you the comedian is Jeffrey Dean Morgan, you're gonna go back and you're like, that's Negan, that motherfucker. Cause he like goes around like Chris Kyling a bunch of fucking protesters, and like they're like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, it's just really funny. I just love killing people.
The most I remember of Watchmen, or one of the things, was that they turned Vietnam to the 51st state.
Yeah. Don't get any ideas, new administration. I think it's bad enough we joke about doing that to fucking Canada. I can't imagine doing that to, like, another separate fucking nation entirely that's not even connected to us. But yeah, like, the Watchmen stuff gets, like, fucking dark as shit. But I remember, like, whenever I was in middle school, same rough group of fucking families that got mad about the Rave Master shit that I told you about got really fucking upset at the fact that movie existed and that kids were quoting Rorschach in that movie.
I'm not locked in here with you.
You're locked in here with me! Yeah, shit like that. Like, we were not allowed to make references to that. We were also not allowed to wear Naruto headbands, by the way. Same middle school, we're not allowed to wear headbands because some kid fucking buried himself in sand and died in, like, 2007. And a bunch of parents read that news article and just assumed, like, they are like, oh, my dumbass fucking, like, 13-year-old's gonna try that now, and they're gonna die in a sandbox, just like this one random fucking 6-year-old. Because parents are fucking stupid. Naruto's the devil. Yeah. Well, the thing is, they had that happen, right? Because it was that, and like some kid, whenever Itachi was killed in the manga, some kid did some stuff they weren't supposed to be doing. If you know, you know. Did some really drastic stuff. And it was a combination of that news circulating and the fact that parents saw like the headbands in Hot Topic, the Naruto headbands, and just assumed like, oh, this must be gang shit. And like, so it became like marked down as like gang paraphernalia.
Well, okay, in a way, ninjas are like a gang.
More or less. Well, I mean, fucking, yeah, I guess. But it was because like there was a whole moral panic at the time about like Hot Topic and emo subculture that parents didn't understand. Because God forbid you sit down and talk to your kids and spend 5 minutes like listening to their interests. Everybody knows the best way to raise your kid is to like have knee-jerk reactions about every new thing you don't understand that they're finding on the internet without your supervision because they're 12 and they're like on best gore and you refuse to fucking spend 5 minutes with them. It's the best way to raise your kids. That's why we had like all the fucking. That's why we had all the fucking teachers in my fucking middle school freaking out about Jankum.
What's Jankum again?
I think I told you about this, but like Jankum was this 4chan like prank that went too far. Somebody on 4chan made a joke about like oh yeah, did you know like in Africa like they don't do drugs in Africa. All they do is they go to like a local sewage plant and they like get like a bottle of sewage and like let it ferment in the sun. And like they get high by huffing that and like somebody I guess spread that around and it somehow like reached like mainstream news outlets and of course the moment that happened every single fucking soccer mom and their mother was convinced that like your kids are all doing Jankum. Jankum's this new drug and it's everywhere. All the kids are doing it. And so like we had to have like a fucking like PTO meeting like every week about like okay kids, we all know there's Jankum on the street. You know, we all know you want to be cool, but don't do Jankum. It'll fry your brain cells. Sing for me, little boys.
Don't huff the sewage, please.
You know what, Squid? Just for you, I'll sing. What should I sing, Andy?
Amazing Grace.
Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I don't know how the song goes. I don't know why, but my brain was latching on to like bring me to life as like a tune. Sing Family Guy. How the fuck does that song go from Family Guy? It seems today that all you see is violence on movies and sex on TV. But what about all the values on which we used to rely? What about the Family Guy? Laugh and cry. Family Guy. I'm singing too, you just can't hear me. Fucking love Squid. Miss you, buddy. I shed a tear every day you're not in my life, Squid. But, fucking... what were we talking about? Threw me off so bad. Oh, yeah, stupid shit that they try to ban at my fucking school. Jankum was one that, like, we had to have, like, entire fucking, like, rallies at my school about, like, alright, kids, like, choreographed dances, all the teachers, like, alright, kids, you saw your fucking overweight history teachers dancing, almost blowing a fucking hip. Don't do Jankum, alright? We know it's the hottest, coolest thing on MySpace, but don't do Jankum. Don't go huffing shit. I know huffing shit sounds really cool, but don't huff shit.
Just don't huff shit.
It'll fry your brain cells out of your skull. Ah, man. What's worse, that we actually had a kid in our fucking school make Jankum and try it, and was like, this is stupid, let's not do this. And we all just agreed not to do it. Like, we actually knew a kid who actually did it, and he's like, this is stupid, I don't know why I did this is fucking gross. But, fucking... was there any stupid shit that was banned at your schools, Andy, when you were younger?
Not banned, but a lot of dumb stuff happened in school. Like, one of them was just kids vaping in the bathroom.
That's right, you were young. That's back when they were called, like, e-cigarettes. Because I remember we had those when they were brand new. Like, we had a kid... we had those banned off our campus because we had a lot of, bomb threats. And some kid had a vape, and some teachers didn't know what a fucking vape was. And just, like, saw the blinking lights and just assumed it was some fucking, like Gulf War era IED. And, like, made a whole fucking hoopla in our school about it. It was fucking weird as shit. It just looked like a flash drive.
Right.
But, like, our boomer-ass teacher just assumed, like, oh, this must be, like, a bomb threat that you're trying to do. I don't know. It was fucking weird and dumb back in the day. Did your schools ever try to, like, ban the texting languages?
Wait, what do you mean?
Like, you know, like the BRB and like BTW and shit like that. My school banned that. We could not fucking write like that at all, or type that way on computers, or we would get in trouble. Like, dead ass. Because some dumb fuck teacher was like, this is how kids actually, like, sell drugs. There was some fucking copy pasta that went around on Facebook at the time, and, like, occasionally, like, watchdog groups will make fucking billboard posters, right, about it on, like, the highway, of, like, do you know what your kids are doing? And it'll be like, BRB means buy, like, fucking buy, rebuy, and buy more drugs or some shit. Or, like, BTW is back the wax, which, like, was, like, wax was, like, a weird fucking, like, slang term for drugs, supposedly, that parents were convinced was, like, a slang term. There's a lot of shit like that. Just a lot of parents who, like, were bought fully into, like, the DARE program, who were like, my 13-year-old doesn't know what a weed is, but they're obviously doing it. Because all the kids are doing it. And that's what all my fucking parents who also, all my parent friends who, like, don't talk to their kids also believe. So they have to all be doing that.
I remember I was briefly, like, struck by DARE, and all it did was like, wait, this drug exists?
I think I told you, like, they stopped having the DARE program in my area for Texas for some fucking reason. And in my area, they had the what they called Pride, but then they stopped that for reasons I'll let you guess. I'll let you guess why they stopped calling it Pride. Fucking... Oh, man. Like, overnight, too. Overnight, like, we had... Really draconian. We called it Pride for a little while, and it was our own little Texas run thing, and then, like, out of nowhere, I guess this is right around the time the LGBTQ became more prominent, and we're using, like, the rainbow flag and Pride as, like, as a moniker. And, like, we literally got in trouble if we were caught wearing the Pride t-shirts they gave us, like, the year before. Like, I got on-school suspension for wearing the Pride t-shirt that they gave me for free when I was, like, fucking, like, 10 years old. It's so stupid. This is also the same fucking school that, like, banned, or got all of us in trouble for watching Grave Master when that show was airing, and I'm pretty sure it's, like, one of the reasons why that show got fucking canceled off of Cartoon Network when it did. Tommy, if you're watching this stream, and I know you watch my streams from back in the day, go fuck yourself, you fucking piece of shit. I know you fixed your list, but you got us all in trouble. I bet you didn't know about that fucking plot twist. I was in contact with that motherfucker up until, like, last year. For those who aren't to know about that story, back in the day, there used to be an anime called Rave Master that was all the rage for, like, little children's. But, like, whenever it was airing, I was in, like, elementary school, and they had, like, the really cool fucking opening song done by Real Big Fish. And Rave Master, obscenely popular in my elementary school. And it just so happened that there was some kid in our school who was well known for having, like, a really bad lisp. Like, for whatever reason, whenever he would say, like Rave Master, he wouldn't say Rave Master. He had, like, R's would be like W's, and, like, V's would be like a soft B. So it'd be like, instead of like a V sound, it'd be like a B sound. So, like, he would call it Wave Master instead of Rave Master, and, like, some teacher thought he said, like, the word that'll get me demonetized on YouTube for sexual assault instead of the word rave, and a bunch of fucking, like, parents just ran with that, and, like, my mom tried to fucking ban me from watching anime for, like, years because she was convinced I was watching a show called Rape Master. Did you ever have stupid shit like that happen to you, Andy?
No, my life was kind of tame compared to yours of, like, non-stupidity of boomers, I would say.
Fuck, you know what? I was raised by boomers. Like, actual boomers. I just don't put that together.
Mine was tame and boring away, I guess.
Weren't you raised in, like, New York or something?
Yes.
You had, like, the butt stabber. You had more pressing worries.
Butt stabber?
Yeah, the Brooklyn butt stabber. If you go to
Okay,
Brooklyn...
it wasn't... New York isn't only the city, Basker.
Yeah, no, there's New York, and there's other New York, and there's Brooklyn.
Other New York, and then Jersey.
And there's a butt stabber in each one of them. Oh, Rat said they also had a butt stabber. That's fun. They'll stab you in the butt. If you go to the Bronx, you gotta be careful, man. You'll get stabbed in the butt. By the butt stabber. By the Brooklyn butt stabber.
The Brooklyn butt stabber.
He stabs you in the butt and he steals your life force.
You steals your chakra life force.
He steals your chakra, your ki. Oh, man. I'm gonna finish this game, and I think I'll fucking call it, because I've been sweating this entire time, and I'm getting to the point where I can't see. I think I'm actually about to have, like, genuine heat stroke. Fucking...
You'd crumble if you were in Puerto Rico.
Probably, because Puerto Rico's a lot more humid.
Very, even at nighttime.
Well, because God keeps trying to take that place back, too.
Man, it's time to take it back.
Fucking... Are there two places less fortunate than Haiti and fucking Puerto Rico with the weather? Just, like, Haiti gets hit by, like, an earthquake, like, every 10 years that obliterates the infrastructure. And every 2 weeks, there's a hurricane that like wipes out every major building in Puerto Rico.
That reminds me, because my mother often goes there to take care of her family. And like, because they live in the mountains. Like, not joking. Like, if you look out the window of the home, you're overlooking a cliff.
Puerto Rico is also one of those places where like boomers in Texas are convinced that it's like this lawless wasteland.
It has issues.
It has issues, but they imagine like every major city in Puerto Rico to be like Mad Max.
No, however, my mom was held at gunpoint after the hurricanes when she went there.
I mean, I got held at gunpoint like 4 times in fucking Texas.
It wasn't held at gunpoint, like, just for the sake of it. It was held at gunpoint to steal shit. People just got supplies from the nearby Sam's.
I mean, same here. During the deep freeze, I had a gun pulled on me. But what I'm getting at is that, like, I don't doubt that Puerto Rico has its problems and shit, especially because, like, the weather fucks it up so bad. People get desperate.
Fair amount of trash, too.
Yeah, and, like, the U.S. kind of doesn't want to take responsibility, even though we really should. Like, we did kind of force you guys into being a fucking, like, territory. I don't know why we go out of our way to make it to where we don't pay to, like, fix the fucking continent every time there's a hurricane. I feel like it's to our benefit in the end.
Yeah.
But, fucking... I don't know, I had a lot of friends from Puerto Rico. One of my first voice acting buddies lived in Puerto Rico. And, he told me, like, it's a great place, but it sucks. And I feel like that's pretty accurate across the board for every place to be, you know?
Like, one of my other grandma's home, like, this neighborhood, essentially just concrete buildings.
Yeah, I know Puerto Rico is also one of those places where they send like teenage missionaries to go build homes out of fucking like concrete that they have to tear down like a week later because it's not structurally sound.
Well, these are like structurally sound. These are like firm concrete. These are like the fucking like hurricane resistant concrete, if I presume.
Well, I mean, like I'm thinking. Never mind. I'm thinking of like earthquakes where you kind of want the buildings to wobble.
No. Angry wind.
Angry wind.
Better if I lead her, yes?
You ever been to a hurricane party?
Now be silent.
No.
I've been to a tornado party, but I didn't know it was a tornado party when I was at the party.
Why is this a party again? You what?
I just thought we were just having a good time, and I was like, hey guys, it's getting like really rainy out here, and like the wind's picking up. Like, what are we going? There's a tornado warning. What's going on? Like, oh, we're hanging out. I'm like, fuck do you mean we're hanging out? I just saw a fucking house get torn apart like a mile away.
Yeah, we're hanging out.
We're hanging out. What are you, a pussy?
No balls.
That's the most like southern coded shit. Is like, oh, what's that? God's angry and is showing like the personification of the Syrian might. Fuck it, let's go have a couple of fucking brewskis, dude. Get in the hot tub. Don't be a bitch.
God looking at his children saying, "You won't, no balls." Thugging me out through a hurricane.
Oh man, I think I'm having a migraine right now because you know how like when you get a migraine, sometimes like your vision kind of goes to shit. Or you get like the little white streak that. Getting that right now. I can't read. I think I'm dying.
They're croaking.
Oh my god, we're going off vibes. We're going off vibes right now. Oh my god. But yeah, like the one tornado party I went to, I was in this like middle of fucking nowhere, and I was there with my family. I was like 12 years old, right? I didn't know why we were having this fucking party, and like all I knew is that all my siblings were there, and we're just fucking around and we're just having fun. And I was like, man, it's getting really bad out here. Like, can we go inside? And all the adults were like, no.
Are you in or are you out?
Are you in or are you out? There's a lot of shit like that from my childhood where it's like, hey, grown-ups, should we do like the bare minimum of like keeping all the youngins safe? And they're like, nah. I remember like whenever Hurricane Katrina happened, all the teachers and shit were like, hey, kids, put together a go bag and like have a conversation with your parents about having like an escape plan and shit. And I asked my mom that. I was like, hey, Mom, are we gonna do that? Are we gonna do all that? And my mom was like, nah. Now we're gonna die in the house as a family. And you're gonna like it.
As the founding fathers again.
Like, you cannot convince me that's not how, like, I'll die in the future. Is I'll just misjudge a tornado and I'll just say whoopsie doodles and just take it like a man. Oh, Plague Oberon! Plague Oberon! Oh, hold on, I can't see. The sweat's in my eye. Oh, oh my god! Oh my god! I wonder if I'm having, like, actual heat stroke right now.
Probably are.
That's crazy. That's crazy. I'll find out later. From the brain damage.
And the next time you're like, hey guys, welcome to the stream.
Yeah, wow. Great turnout tonight, guys.
Chat, mods, take care of him.
Dude, back when I was like doing voice editing, I would scream so hard in like these conditions, like for like hours, that I would get like bronchitis the next day. I'm not even joking. Well, I guess that's game. I'm gonna go ahead and call it. I want to thank everybody for popping in. I know that we've been just kind of rambling this entire time, but we had decent numbers. I think we got up to like 7 people at one point, which is pretty good for us just fucking rambling.
Yeah, that's better than before.
Yeah, I mean, yesterday we had like I think 10 at most, but we go up and down. Yeah, I want to thank everybody for popping in and hanging out. I stream every day except for Thursdays from 7:30 p.m. CST to 9:30 p.m. CST usually.
No.
Tomorrow is not going to be a stream because it's Thursday, but I think Friday we'll do something. I'm not quite sure what we'll do. Might be doing.
You promised Jacob of Ark.
Oh well, no, I promised Jacob we'd play Ark to test it out. Tomorrow we'll be playing Ark off stream just to test it out. And if we like it, maybe we'll do something for that. But I'm trying to think. It might be a Demon Souls stream Friday. I'm not sure. This is kind of like a last second decision because like I did my plasma and I woke up like last possible second before stream. Anywho, I'm gonna go ahead and call it. You got anything you want to add, Jacob? Andy? I think I'm dying.
I'm not Jacob.
Oh, I'm sorry, Andy. I'm sorry.
How dare you?
I'm sorry,
How
Andy.
dare you detonate me? No.
Anything you want to add, Andy?
Bazinga.
Bazinga? Alright, thank you. Goodbye, everybody. I'll see you guys Friday.